Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coop.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid?
You might be on to
All right, here's what's going on in the Nest.
Well, they say life is better with a dog, so therefore, it's a perfect day here at Edmonton Sports Talk. He's moving around my feet right now. The Milne family dog, well, one of them, the one that gets to drive the truck and leave the house, Coop the Corgi, is here and ready to go. Coop has been begging for food, looking for crumbs on the ground. He watched the Blue Jays game with us, and now he's going to hang out in studio for a while. Coop the Corgi. He's been here before, but he, not a regular appearer on the Reid Wilkins Show with Jason Milne. But we're happy to have him today. As a matter of fact, I think you could say that we are fired up to have Coop the Corgi here for Gemco Fireplaces, proudly serving Edmonton area for 45 years. The authorized dealer for Napoleon Fireplaces, whether it's gas or wood burning. Look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon Fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need are available at Gemco 9281 50th Street. He's a remarkably well-behaved and charismatic dog who's now lying down between us. Well, he's well, corgis always look like they're lying down if you see him from a certain angle. And sometimes you have to think like, wait a minute, is that corgi standing up or lying down? He's sitting. He's having a good day.
Yeah, he's had a day.
He enjoyed. So Jay, though we didn't today, Jay and I often snack on chips. We'll pour chips into a bowl.
Yeah.
And we sit sort of not right beside each other, but on the same side of a table throughout the day. So he spent a fair amount of time sniffing around our chairs because we assume there are numerous chip crumbs there on the carpet. So we won't have to vacuum this month.
He's done a good job of cleanup.
Coop's done it.
He has.
Coop's done a good job. How old is Coop again?
Oh, Reid, that's a trick question. Oh, my girls are probably watching. They're going to be like, Dad.
Oh, you forgot the
How do you
dog's
not
age.
know?
That's awful.
I think he's 3.5.
Good age.
Yeah.
In his prime.
He was the Christmas puppy. So that was like...
Oh, he was a gift? I don't know if you ever told me this.
I have the video.
Of him being unwrapped?
Yes, he was literally unwrapped.
Oh, jeez.
And we did it when the girls got off the bus at the start of Christmas break. And we brought him in and said, hey, Santa dropped off something early. And boom, Coop the Corgi comes out of the box. And my youngest daughter...
It's a good thing they weren't okay with waiting until Christmas morning.
Well,
No, you better open it now. Open it now.
No, you have to. My youngest daughter started bawling.
Oh, well,
and
dogs are the best.
My puppy, I have to play that video. It was too good.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was the exact reaction you'd want to get. And he is very loved.
Yeah, he's very loved.
He's very loved.
He's a good boy. So Coop the Corgi will be here throughout the show. I'm sure he'll make another cameo at some point. We have a lot to get to. Conference finals. Well, one of them ended. Vegas is in the final again. Can the Hurricanes take a 3-1 hold on the Canadiens tonight? We'll see if the Canadiens can bounce back. Dustin Nielson is going to join us from the Memorial Cup in Kelowna. This is going to be the first edition of Wagon Wednesday. We're going to shine a light on the World Professional Chuck Wagon Association with the guy who hired me for my first ever broadcasting job, Greg Buchanan, now with the WPCA. He's going to join us as well. We're going to have kind of a fun segment. I think this will be unexpected for people, but I think they'll like where we're going to go with it. Adam Mohl is going to be here from Capital GMC Buick. Now, people might be saying, oh, okay, sure, Reid, you guys are having a sponsor on. Yes, but there is a very interesting Edmonton Oilers angle to this that you may or may not know about. So Adam's actually going to take us kind of behind the scenes with some of the personalities of the Oilers players. That's all coming up over the next couple of hours. Now, over the next 3 hours specifically. I'm just rounding off. I am wearing, if you're on YouTube, you'll be able to see this. I have my Jesse Pugliarvi shirt on. And the Bison King shirt, and you have your, what is yours called again?
This is Spider, so it's a high-end ski gear,
right?
For like undergarments and layering. I think I bought this for $5.
because this is Goodwill Wednesday here at EST, powered by Goodwill Industries of Alberta, Alberta's nonprofit thrift store and donation center. Your donations empower Albertans with disabilities through the power of work and dignity of a job. One purchase, one donation, one job, one choice. Goodwill is the power of one. Visit goodwill.ab.ca for more information. Now, maybe you've seen us in these before. We've been having these on various shows over the last few Wednesdays. But Jay and I went to the Goodwill here, what is it, about 184th Street and Stony Plain Road. And we shopped, and I found this Yessi Pugliarvi shirt. I found a nice pullover sweater that I wore a couple times when it was still chilly out. It was great. Certainly this Bison King shirt is a fun, what was it? He was an Oiler 4 or 5 years ago. This is already a throwback shirt.
Funny how that happens.
So I do have the Bison King shirt on. If you do have us on YouTube and you can see our clothes, that's great. Or just see us in general. Tell you what, if you're on YouTube and you have not already done so, subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk. Now, we've hit 15,000, I understand. We've hit 15,000. It doesn't. Mine doesn't yet show that. Mine still says 14.9, but we can tell you because we get the back end stats a little sooner. We've hit 15,000 subscribers. So thank you very much. That's awesome. We're going to have to put a certain gentleman to work to celebrate that. Thank you, Paul Stanley. Now, if you're on YouTube, you can talk with us and with each other in the Nasty Chat. That's the chat stream going on down the right-hand side of the page. And we want to get to 100 thumbs up and more if we can. So smash that like button ASAP.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
All right. And, of course, you can email Reid at edmontonsportstalk.com, Jay at edmontonsportstalk.com. You have us on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio. That is wonderful as well. Make us a preset, make us a favorite, let other people know about how they can consume Edmonton Sports Talk. And many people communicate with us using their cellular telephone and the text function, 780-218-9999. You're reaching the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino. At Tap 25, it's 50% off the entire menu, 7 days a week from 2 to 5 p.m., rivercreeresort.com. So there are some of the finer details about how to communicate and consume the station, communicate with and consume the station. Miller in the Nasty Chat worked with Bucky for a few years in Lloyd. I wonder if I worked with that person. Maybe they were before me, because I worked with Buck from 2000, I think, to early 2004. And then he left, and then I became the sports director. So that's cool. That's cool. Chris, see, this is the great type of stuff we get in the Nasty Chat. Everyone make sure you drink a lot of water today. It's cooking outside. Always stay hydrated. Always stay hydrated. So I went for a run this morning. No, I was out there about 8:15. It was already hot. I ran for a little over half an hour. I did 5K.
Yeah, I ran around that same time as well. I didn't quite get to 5K, but it was hot.
Yeah, it was hot. Like, I was feeling it.
Do you find when you run in the I don't know, and it's like hot outside, that yes, you sweat a bit, but then after, do you have a hard time cooling down?
I don't know if I have a hard time cooling down. I just don't feel great today. I had a difficult run. I don't know why. I slept pretty well. I thought I ate fairly well yesterday.
I slept like a baby last night.
Yeah, I just now the run I did today was, I went in and out and in.
Yep.
So halfway out, equal distance in and out. And it's not a hill, but it's like steadily up going out. And and my legs were a little sore because I did a long run on the weekend, which was 8K. And then I felt like today I just never really got a good rhythm.
Right.
I mean, it was downslope coming back, so I was a little quicker, but I was just kind of like, like one of these people, I'll be running and then all of a sudden I'll just go, like out loud. So if there's nobody around. But
are you serious?
Oh yeah, like I'll just be running and I'll just go like,
Why?
Well, just I gotta let it out.
Like, is that frustrations?
No, it's just discomfort.
Oh,
yeah, I'll just be moving along. Or I'll just like call myself a name. I'll be like, "Come on, Reid, you idiot, move!" Or I'll tell myself, but I'll say it out loud. I'll be like, "You're okay. You're okay. This is good. This is good." Try to get myself to the end. So, yeah, it is one of the hotter days here. It's a good day to have air conditioning in your home. I can tell you
Miller
that.
says he was I was a camera operator, then news editor / technical
nice.
director.
So there before I was, but that's cool. That was the good tenure. Yeah, so they would have worked with Buck for sure. 780-218-9999. Blue Jays won today. So Yuri Perez, the pitcher for the Marlins, hit Okamoto with a pitch in the fourth inning, and it looked like he did it on purpose because he just fired it right into his back. But there was a man on base in a close game. So I don't know why he would do it on purpose.
I think he lost.
He must have lost control.
I think he lost control of the spin because the spin was going out. Like that ball was breaking out.
Yes. Then he stared, and then for some reason he stared into the Blue Jays dugout.
Yeah.
And John Schneider, the manager of the Blue Jays, bluntly told him not to do that and to get back on the mound. And then the guy, Perez, is stretching in the dugout between innings, and then he pulled something and had to be helped down the tunnel to the clubhouse. You shouldn't laugh at a guy getting injured, but it's like, so you try this weird stare down with the Blue Jays dugout, and he wasn't, they showed the video. It wasn't as if he was trying some exotic stretch. He was just kind of bending forward and moving side to side.
Just kind of dynamically moving.
All of a sudden he gets up
and then
and he's out of the game. So we found that interesting and quite unusual.
Well, it's the first thing you think is karma. Okay, you just hit one of our players, then you look into our bench, and then you go and you stretch and you're out of the game.
Yeah, that's a weird way
at that
to
point he had 9 strikeouts. Like he was pitching a game.
Yeah, he was pitching very well. So anyway, because what was his final line here? I got the box score. He went. Oh, hang on. He went. Yeah, 4 innings, 3 hits, no walks, didn't give up a run. 9 Ks. Hit a guy. Hit Okamoto. So the Blue Jays get the 2-1 win, which is pretty good. When do we want to do that Blue Jays Skydome thing? Rogers Center. Because we got to do this. Well, we could push this thing back.
Sure.
Okay, so we'll do it at 3:20.
Sure.
Jay has an activity for me because we like doing trivia and lists and trying to remember stuff.
Okay,
so Jay prepared something for me. But
can we just tease it?
We can tease it
and
for
give
sure.
the how this came about. So we're sitting in the bullpen getting ready for the show. If there's live sports, we'll have it on. But if not, we'll have whatever show is on here. So the Blue Jays game was on the TV, and they're promoting Domer.
Oh, yeah.
Domer was the original mascot when the Skydome opened. It's a turtle that has a dome, and the shell is shaped like the dome. So that was the original mascot of the Toronto Skydome. Domer the turtle.
Yeah.
So they were announcing that they're going to have a retro Domer the turtle hat night at, I don't know, one of the upcoming home games. So then we started discussing about, the Skydome itself, which is now not called the Skydome,
and the Blue Jays are 40,000 every game this year. It's incredible.
Massive.
Yeah.
So I dove into that a little bit, and I'm going to have some questions to ask Reid about fun facts or...
Well, we know the number one. Yeah, we'll get to it.
Yes.
All right. We have the afternoon headlines presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today.
This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. The Jousters are in the final. The last time someone got this lucky in Vegas, old Blue Eyes was on the bill at the Sands. The Golden Knights didn't touch the Campbell Cup. Well, hey, if someone touched my cup, I'd wrap him right in the kisser. The Birds beat Miami and now head to Baltimore. Hey, Jason Milne, is that the wire in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? I'm Chet Palmer.
Oh, well done, Chet. See, I can handle those ones where it's very, it's tied into the fabric of a take that the Birds are going to Baltimore, which was the city in which the wire was set.
Right. I don't know if everybody would know that.
Well, do you remember Jimmy McNulty?
Yes.
The main character?
Yes.
Do you remember how he pronounced Baltimore?
No.
Baltimore.
Baltimore. Is that how they say it if you live there?
I think if you're a Baltimorean, you pronounce it Baltimore.
Okay. I didn't know that. Okay.
He tied a Baltimore knot on his boat
I don't remember
at the
that.
harbor.
Okay.
at the Habs.
Well, did he live on a boat for a while?
Maybe.
Yeah, I can't remember.
He's a shady character.
Well, there was a lot of moral ambiguity in that series.
Yes. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Do you care, like, the touching the Campbell trophy, not touching it? Like, is that?
No, it's just whatever.
I kind of find it funny.
Yeah, it's because it's taken on such a life of its own. I think
like, didn't the Oilers touch it
last year? Yeah,
the second time.
I believe I can't remember. Someone will say I probably should know this, but this is my memory of it. In 1988, the Boston Bruins won the Prince of Wales Conference, the East, right? And paraded around with the Prince of Wales trophy almost as if it was a Stanley Cup. I don't know if they passed it around, but I think they did a lap with it.
Right.
Because they hadn't been to the Cup since, 72? Or no, they were there in the late 70s. But this, with that conference format and the Ray Bourque era, and then they got smashed by the Oilers in the Cup final. So I think that was part of it, where it's like, don't celebrate with that trophy. But picking it up and carrying it off the ice is not celebrating. Like, I don't think it needs to be hoisted and passed around. But is it a big deal to say, like, hey, we've accomplished something, here's our trophy, okay, we'll skate off the ice with it, it can sit in the dressing room, and then we move on? I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, I find it funny that, the superstitions would say, don't touch it.
Yeah.
It's like, really? If you really think that. I mean, I know hockey players are very superstitious.
Well, they don't want to be the ones that did something different, right?
I guess it's just easier to not touch it.
But I think in 24, neither Florida nor the Oilers touched it, and I think last year they both touched it, didn't they? Their respective.
I know the Oilers did.
Yeah, because McDavid was just like, well, I didn't last year. But, like, it's so overthinking it. Like, the league should just say, in the photo op, when Bill Daly presents it to you, you must have a hand on the photo. After that, it's up to you. Or a hand on the trophy.
Yes.
I don't know if they could legislate that, but yeah, I find that it's so over the top. But Chet makes a good point. You shouldn't go around touching another man's cup.
No. God, no. Stay away.
You'll get a smack right in the kisser.
Right in the kisser.
All right. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. So because Coop the Corgi is here, our off-topic topic is canine-related, pet-related. It's presented by William Huff. Bruce from William Huff was in earlier on the Hangout. We love seeing him. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536. So, if you hear that and maybe you're new or you're wondering, well, what does William Huff do? And if you're on YouTube, like, see all this behind us, Edmonton Sports Talk. What do we call this? The room's been wrapped. This is something William Huff can do. Not the only thing that they can do,
right?
But this would be an advertising solution.
Yes,
people tune in to Edmonton Sports Talk on YouTube and they see it's like, oh, there. We can tell who this is right away. So there.
Well,
it is.
and our
That's
office is wrapped down the hallway. Yeah. So whenever we're doing videos or shorts that we put up, you like to get that in because it looks beautiful,
right?
Professional.
Yeah. So our off-topic topic is we want kind of a naughty pet story, or the time your dog got into something that it shouldn't have, ate something that it shouldn't have. I mean, the story that I told Jay that brought this to mind, because Coop is, all dogs love food and will try to get food. Some dogs hit another level. We had a dog named Chupka, means little sweetheart in Ukrainian. We called her Chewy. She would not sniff her food. If she thought something was edible, it was getting eaten. So I didn't see this, but my mom told me about it. Mom was had boiled some carrots and was straining them or something. And I guess this carrot straight out of the boiling water wound up on the floor. And when my mom was in the kitchen, Chupka was almost tripping her.
Right.
Right underfoot. And this carrot fell on the floor and no sniff, no thought. Chewy inhales it, no chewing, boiling hot carrot, and then instantly pukes it up, covered in,
oh yeah,
stomach stuff. So something like that. It doesn't have to involve vomit. Many of these stories may involve dog vomit. Who knows?
Well, I know, and Cooper, by the way, is pleasantly sleeping here now.
Good.
He's tuckered out. We had the ball in today. We were playing with his ball. Anyways, when Cooper was probably a year and a half, it was in the summer. April had taken the girls down to Calgary for a horse show or somewhere around there. And I think we had leftover ribs or something. And I thought it would be a good idea to give Cooper a rib bone. And, thinking, he'll just chew on it politely and he inhaled this whole bone.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm thinking, okay, I know the size of that bone.
Yeah.
And I look at the size of Cooper. I'm like, how is this get out? Like,
yeah.
So I called she's like, why did you do that? You don't give a dog a cooked bone.
Or you got to hold on to it or something.
Well, it's like, the bones you'll get at a store are like hardened, right? Dogs that you can chew on.
Yeah.
This was soft. And so I think thankfully that probably allowed it to pass.
Okay.
But here I'm thinking, oh, great. Girls
so
are
he
away.
Did digest it,
and I killed the dog.
Right.
Wouldn't that just be my luck? But yeah, I don't think dogs and bones are supposed to interact, like unless they're like those hardened types.
So the off-topic topic for William Huff, tell us a story about your pet. Maybe, doing something a little naughty, being greedy, getting into something that they shouldn't have. Coop's moving the mic towards his mouth.
Yeah. I have a lot of stories involving cats. I never grew up with dogs. It was always cats around my house, and there's various stories that just wowed me hearing certain things. I told you guys something simple, like my childhood cat when I was 3 or 4 passed away. Angel apparently loves black olives for some reason. So would get fed black olives quite literally as a treat. But as I grew older, 5 years old, entering kindergarten, we got another cat, named him Halo. He lived a very long time. This cat for years and years and years and years would always chew any wire he could find.
No.
So my brother and I, we were gamers. We always had Xboxes growing up. Anytime you left a headset around, you knew Halo would chew it. And that's what happened for years. But once, the cat got into its older years, it finally got past that stage. But probably once every other month, we get a headset.
I thought it was going to be a, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation where the cat chews through the...
Yeah, no, nothing that far.
Well,
but
that would teach the cat.
That would. Yes, it would. Yes.
But lots of money
if it
spent on that
survived,
cat.
it would probably never do it again.
Yeah.
No.
This comes in from an unnamed... this is from Logan. Oh, Reid, I'm on the driving range having a speed training session, and I'm giggling from the jokes and Chet Palmer.
That makes me feel good.
That makes you
probably
giggle.
More makes Chet feel good.
Probably.
Yeah.
Zulu says, Puddles, the blue healer.
Awesome.
That dog was such a sweetheart, but what a stone cold killer. It would kill 30 to 40 marmots a summer at the auto wrecker.
Oh my
Wow.
God. That's a good story. Well, because the dog doesn't know what he's doing.
Oh, no. Chris G says, years ago, I was camping with my ex-girlfriend at Alberta Beach, and we were in the tent with our Boston Terrier Willow and decided to leave the bag of cheesies open and woke up in the middle of the night with the whole tent full of...
Oh, no.
Oh,
jeez.
Jeepers.
Cheesies and dogs. That's amazing.
Wow, we've got some really good submissions
All right,
coming in.
We'll drop those in and out of the show. Dustin Nielson coming up in a little over an hour from the Memorial Cup in Kelowna. Wagon Wednesday presented by Century Mile Racetrack and Casino, the first of many this summer. Well, going to be on Wednesdays, talking about the World Professional Chuck Wagon Association. We something Mark Letestu said yesterday really piqued the idea factory for Jay and I. So we're going to talk about that during the Oil Understood. Here is Zachary Kubish.
6 o'clock puck drop from Bell Center as the Habs look to tie the Eastern Conference Final against the Hurricanes with a win in Game 4 tonight. Carolina's Frederik Andersen and Montreal's Jakub Dobeš are expected to start in between the pipes. Over to Kelowna, round-robin play at the Memorial Cup wraps up when the winless Rockets battle the 1-1 Silvertips. Faceoff goes at 7. Meanwhile, Chicoutimi defenseman Jordan Tournier has been suspended for the remainder of the Memorial Cup after stomping on Christian Humphrey's skate during a board battle last night. In Jays news, they've acquired 30-year-old pitcher Connor Siebold from the Tigers in exchange for 22-year-old Juanmi Vasquez. To make the trade work, Jose Barrios was moved to the 60-day injured list, and earlier the team also placed Alejandro Kirk on the 60-day IL, activating Austin Roth. To the majors right now, a trio of games underway. Top of the 7th, a 2-2 game between the Giants and D-backs, and the Mariners have a 9-0 lead on the Athletics, bottom 8th inning. We also have the Phillies and Padres in action, top of the 6th, in a runless game. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Edmonton is expecting some changes this offseason, and I'm talking about your flooring. Paramount Flooring brings over 30 years of trusted service and expert installation. No permission is needed to speak with them. Visit their showroom, open 7 days a week, or online at ParamountFlooring.ca. The conversation continues. Reid Wilkins, Jay Milne. Here on Edmonton Sports Talk, I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
2 guys and a goalie.
Hire it or fire it. The Avalanche should have a coaching change. LOL.
I'm going to say fire it.
Fire it,
But
yes.
it's interesting to say fire it when we were talking yesterday, and it seemed like maybe it would have been discussed if the Avs bowed out in the first round. And maybe the second.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in-store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian-owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
River Cree Resort and Casino and K97 proudly present Prism and Aldanova. May 29th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Edmonton, don't miss Canada Soccer's men's national team as they take on Uzbekistan as part of the send-off series before the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Join us Monday, June 1st at 7 p.m. on Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster.ca.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said great job. Happy hour. Your boss said per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, use your game sense.
All right, good to have you tuning in this afternoon. Elks home game, preseason game against Calgary, Clark Stadium on Friday. Monday night at Commonwealth, the World Cup send-off series. Canada against Uzbekistan, so that's a big deal coming up as well. Tonight, Montreal, Carolina conference final game. We'll talk more about that a little bit later on. I can tell you this, portions of this hour presented by Lamley's. Built for the job, made with quality craftsmanship, and designed for job protection with cowboy-worthy durability. Lamley's workwear combines safety with all-day comfort, featuring brands like Ariat Work and Wrangler Rigs, designed to withstand tough conditions and deliver performance across every job site. Visit lamleys.com/work to see how Lamley's can make your workday better.
LAMMLES.
All right, you had an activity planned for me here, Jay?
Well, yeah, we were talking about the Sky Dome as they announced a Domer Retro Night. Domer was the turtle mascot of the original Sky Dome. So I said, these crowds look fantastic at Blue Jays games. What's the capacity of this stadium? And then I said to Reid, what do you think would be the biggest event ever held at the Sky Dome? So Reid says, let me look at the biggest event. So then I started to think, what are the biggest events to come through the Sky Dome? Because it's massive.
Okay.
Now, they don't call it the Sky Dome anymore. It's Rogers Center.
But yeah, it was the same building.
Sky Dome in our hearts. So we discovered what, Reid? We discovered the biggest event there
was WrestleMania 18, or X8 as they called it.
68,237 people.
And that was March of 2022.
March 17th.
Of 2002.
2022. Okay, so I've got the top 10 highest attended events at Rogers Center and or Sky Dome.
So that's number one.
That is the biggest.
So you want me to come up with the other 9? Okay, the WrestleMania they had was it WrestleMania 6 when Hogan fought the Warrior?
Ding, ding. WrestleMania
would that be
6,
number 2?
April 1st, 1990, 67,678 was WrestleMania 6.
And that's number 2?
Number 2.
So WrestleMania 6.
Number 3.
And what year was that?
1990.
April 1st, 1990. Oh, my 16th birthday.
Number 3.
Has no significance to anything.
Okay, I'll help you out here.
Okay, so there's got to be... Okay, I'll ask you this. Is there a Blue Jays game on the list? There has to be.
There is not.
Okay, how about a Taylor Swift concert from the Eras Tour?
There is not.
Really?
Really.
Are there any concerts?
The next 4 are concerts.
Rolling Stones.
Incorrect.
U2. All right, U2.
Okay, so this is interesting. So number 3 is not U2, but it is a band.
Okay.
It's specifically a band named after a letter, or part of this act is a band with named after the letter E.
Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band?
Yes.
Okay.
Number 3 on the list, Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, September 10th, 2003, 58,000 on the nose.
Okay. Oh, I'm sure it was exactly 58,000. Okay, and then U2 is 4?
5, and 6.
Well, U2 is because they did a series of shows.
But get this. This blows my mind. So U2 at number 4, 5, and 6. The first one was U2 360 Tour, July 11th, 2011.
Okay.
58,420.
What, Pop Mart was one of them?
The 360
try to remember the
Tour.
tours.
The 360 Tour was the name of the tour.
Yeah, wasn't there a tour called Pop?
There was Pop.
Was that the album?
Pop music.
I thought they had an album, a tour called Pop Mart.
They had Elevation.
Okay, anyway.
The 360 Tour, though. So get this. 360 Tour, July 11th, 2011.
Yeah.
5 and 6 are the biggest attended events, are also the 360 Tour. But from September 16th and 17th, 2009. 2 years earlier. How long did this tour go on?
We'll have to look that up. Well, it was 360 degrees.
Hey, so both of those, so at number 5 and number 6, U2 360 Tour, 57,705.
All right.
Number 7.
Is there a Grey Cup on the list?
There is, but it's not till number 10. Number 7 is a football game, though.
Oh, one of the NFL series games?
The American Bowl.
The American Bowl.
Buffalo Bills taking on the Dallas Cowboys. August 12th, 1995. Is 55,799.
Okay.
Number 8 is a concert. It's a collab concert between two of the biggest individual acts of your time.
Tim McGraw, Faith Hill.
Good guess. Incorrect.
Of my time. So your time
it's
as
not
well.
new stuff. Like it's not Post Malone and Jelly Roll. One play both of these acts
Elton John.
play the piano.
Elton John
Yes.
and
Yes. Who's the piano man?
Billy Joel?
Yes.
They were on tour together?
Apparently.
I didn't know that.
Elton John and Billy Joel, March 29th, 1995. 55,000 people.
1995.
Correct.
Okay.
The next one, number 9, is it's not wrestling.
UFC?
Correct.
Okay.
UFC 129.
I know which one that is.
Which one was that?
Khabib Nurmagomedov and Conor McGregor.
Okay, was that 2011, Coop?
129. Oh no, that'd be that's St. Pierre and Jake Shields.
Okay,
Sorry,
there you go.
I'm thinking way too early.
April 30th, 2011. 55,000 people for UFC 129.
Okay.
Number 10. We've already discovered.
It's a Grey Cup, so we would be was the 89 Grey Cup there? Yeah, Hamilton, Saskatchewan? No. So which year would have it been?
It was won by the Calgary Stampeders, who defeated the Winnipeg Blue Bombers 24-10.
What year was that? That was
Doug Flutie was a quarterback.
95.
1992.
1992 Grey Cup.
1992 Grey Cup at
Calgary
the Sky Dome.
24, Winnipeg 10.
54,088 people.
Wow. So the Blue Jays don't have a game on there.
They don't.
How'd they fit more in for football games than they did for the baseball?
Well, they must have, because you can bring stands in.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay.
Like, I guess a lot of these, they must have filled in the playing field, the playing surface. Like for WrestleMania.
Well, yeah, for all the
it would have been
concerts and
surrounded
stuff, you got all the field seats, I guess.
What's the most people you've ever been with, like at a stadium or an event? Off the top of my head, I have to
I've
think
been to
about
a couple Grey Cups here.
the original
where it was
Heritage Classic
close to 60,000
against the Canadiens, because
Like
that was a sellout, right?
Yeah, I mean, a concert, it would be...
Probably AC/DC, because that was seats and seating at Commonwealth. It poured.
Yeah, I saw Def Leppard at Commonwealth, but there weren't as many as for the Grey Cups.
Did Def Leppard sell out Commonwealth?
No, but I think it was pretty good. Like it was, I think it might have been around 30 or so.
Pour some sugar on that.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, probably the 02 Grey Cup maybe was the biggest thing I've been at in terms of attendance. I'm trying to think. I'm not very well traveled, as you know. Well, I mean, I've been to 4 Seahawks games, so maybe that was the largest crowd I've been in.
Is the Seahawks capacity greater than Commonwealth?
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would be.
They have those end zones, right?
Right, yeah. It's a big stadium. All right. That was interesting stuff. It's WrestleMania X8, the biggest event ever at Rogers Center. The Oil Understood coming up at the top of the hour. We'll talk about what the hypothetical new coach will need to do to create a strong foundation for the Edmonton Oilers. Jay's play of the day and our first Wagon Wednesday coming up.
Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Final tonight out in Montreal. The Habs playing host to the Hurricanes, down 2-1 in the series. Carolina's Frederik Andersen expected to start. On the other side, Jakub Dobish likely to go for the Canadiens. Over to Kelowna, round-robin play at the Memorial Cup wraps up when the winless Rockets battle the 1-0 Silvertips face-off at 7. Meanwhile, Chicoutimi defenseman Jordan Tierney has been suspended for the remainder of the Memorial Cup after stomping on Christian Humphrey's skate during a board battle last night. In Jays news, they've acquired 30-year-old pitcher Connor Siebold from the Tigers in exchange for 22-year-old Juanmi Vasquez to make the trade work. Jose Barrios was moved to the 60-day injured list, and earlier the team also placed Alejandro Kirk on the 60-day IL, activating Austin Roth. Right now in the majors, bottom 9th, a 9-0 lead for the Mariners against the Athletics. Bottom 7th, 3-2. The D-backs are up on the Giants. In bottom 6th inning, the Phillies have taken a 2-0 lead on the Padres. The Reid Wilkins Show returns right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Following the break, I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Oil Stream.
I think Montreal's bubble has burst. I think Carolina will win. I would pick Vegas in the Cup Final I would pick Carolina over Vegas in the Cup Final. But just, again, the way Vegas is playing and the size that they have. And now those bigger guys are playing really well, too, whereas they seemed a little sleepy sometimes in the regular season. And Marner, baby.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Some of us are walking, others are biking. Together, we are accelerating the pace of MS research breakthroughs. This May, join Sentinel Storage at an MS walk in your community. Sentinel Storage, proud partner of MS Canada.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
River Cree Resort and Casino and K97 proudly present Prism and Alda Nova. May 29th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Edmonton, don't miss Canada Soccer's men's national team as they take on Uzbekistan as part of the send-off series before the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Join us Monday, June 1st at 7 p.m. on Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster.ca.
Goodwill is
one shopper, finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket, a deal, one donor, letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant,
learning,
trying,
building skills,
building confidence,
building a future.
One purchase, one donation,
one job, one choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one, the power of one, the power of one, the power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Somewhere, someone is sitting on a patio that is literally part of the parking lot. They're hot, uncomfortable, and bored. Do not be that person. The Canadian Brewhouse has a rooftop, real turf, misters, fire tables, patio games, big screens, and zero reason to be bored. This summer, your standards are higher than a parking lot, and you know it. The Canadian Brewhouse, Canada's best patios.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation. With options for every style and budget, open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
All right, hope you're having a great Wednesday afternoon. Remember, if you have us on YouTube this afternoon and you have not yet given us a thumbs up, click that like button. We try to get to at least 100 thumbs every show.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Presented by Play Alberta. When you bet with Play Alberta,
You give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. Remember, you have to be 18 and older to play. And if you gamble, use your game sense.
All right. Well, I was on the lock shop today, and we beat the hell out of tonight's Habs Carolina Hurricanes games with plays, so I'm not going to go there. But I did notice something about the upcoming Charles Schwab Challenge, the tournament that's happening this weekend in Texas. This tournament has gone to a playoff in recent years, 2023, 2022, and 2020. Has this tournament went into an extra playoff. Now, the PGA Tour, on average per season, there's 10 playoffs.
Okay.
This far, this year, there's only been one.
Oh, we're due.
So there's nobody playing in this field that is, leaps and bounds ahead of everybody else. This could be a tight field. So that's it. Jay's play of the day, the Charles Schwab Challenge to go to a playoff. Boosted to plus 341. Now, here's the funny thing, folks. Here's the funny thing. This says it ends on May 31st, which is this Sunday. Is it not?
Yes. So,
if I were you, I'd wait and see how this pans out because they are not closing this bet down. I thought this would be closed the day the tournament starts. So, if this is a tight field and you're heading into Sunday, jump all over this at plus 341. That's Jay's play of the day. Head over to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on EST specials. If you haven't downloaded the Play Alberta app, do so. You will not regret it. And Reid, always remember to use your game sense.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Well, our next guest is probably wondering why he doesn't get a theme song. Maybe we'll have to work on that. This is our first edition of Wagon Wednesday, presented by Century Mile Racetrack and Casino. We're going to be keeping you up to date on the World Professional Chuck Wagon Association, and who better to do so than a gentleman who's with the WPCA, and he's the gentleman who hired me to get into this crazy industry. You've seen him on the show before. Greg Buchanan is checking in. Buck, it's Reid and Jay. How are you doing? We can't hear you. Are you muted? Coob will work with you, Buck. All right, we got Coob and Buck on the case. That's okay. Buck's at the Grand Prairie Stampede. So this is a new segment we have. Partnering up with the WPCA, Greg does announcing for them. If people who have experienced, if you've experienced truck wagon racing, then you know. I know a lot of times if you haven't experienced truck wagon racing, people will be skeptical. Well, what is it? Just like a horse race? Well, yes and no. It's a little more complex than your average horse race. It's pretty thrilling. I covered it for 7 years while I was working in Lloyd. The Canadian Professional Association was centered around Lloyd. The World Pro Association, a little bigger, and they go throughout Alberta and Saskatchewan as well. And it's a lot of fun. And now this is the season for it, right? Because it hits a lot of these events. I mean, it's at the Rangeland Derbies at the Calgary Stampede. And we've talked about this. There's some money involved.
Yes.
Like the sponsors are paying big money to get on the tarps and support the drivers. And it's actually pretty serious business. This is not, just like, oh, yeah, just a bunch of guys throw the wagon together and go. No, it's pretty good. So is Greg ready to go? We're working with him. All right, we'll get him on. We'll get him on the phone.
Races start tonight up in Grand Prairie, 7 to 10 p.m. 10 heats, 4 chucks per heat. This is 5 days, 40 drivers, Reid. This is
it's big time.
This is one of the more extended, sessions or races that they're going to have all year up at the Stampede. What a name! The Grand Prairie Stampede.
You almost wonder, sign
me up.
That's a great name, the Stampede.
Well, and if you look at the final standings last year from the WPCA, a fellow that finished at number one at the top with almost 1,400 points, Chance Vegan. Now, for those of you that remember, we rode Chance Vegan like a horse.
Did we have him on the show?
We didn't. We will.
We had DJ King on the show. We had DJ King on the show, former NHLer, yeah.
But Chance Vegan, if you can recall, during the Calgary Stampede, I think we hit 3 or 4 days in a row betting on Chance Vegan to win his heat.
Right.
It was fantastic. So I'm looking forward to this.
780-218-9999 is how you can text us, the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. You can email Reid at edmontonsportstalk.com, Jay at edmontonsportstalk.com. We'll check in with our off-topic topic for William Huff, a story about your pet being a little naughty or getting into something that he or she shouldn't have.
Andrea says, while barbecuing burgers on the beach that were taking a long time, our beagle, who had been provided potato chip snacks by grandma, quote unquote, waited for the barbecuer to announce the burgers were ready, then proceeded to steal one and run to grandma.
Oh, jeez.
Directly off the grill, too, she adds. So, and Penner's Pancake's wife, well, I'll get to this one after. I think Bucky's ready by phone here.
All right, we got Greg Buchanan, Wagon Wednesday, presented by Century Mile Racetrack and Casino. Greg, it's Reid and Jay. How are you?
Not bad. Considering a guy that's been in the broadcast industry for 30 plus years, you think I would figure this out after a while, but yeah.
Well, we'll get you on video next time. It's good to talk to you, buddy. How are things in Grand Prairie?
It is nice. It's you know what? It's a different show because it's the first show of the season, and more than anything, it's about racing. And of course, a championship dash on Sunday, but also there's permits on the line, and of course, there's 32 drivers make up the WPCA Pro Tour at the end of last season. Now, if you're not in the top 32, if you're a WPCA driver, you have to race to get back on the tour for this week and next week in Bonneville. And on top of that, you have some drivers from the other association, the Canadian Professional Chuck Wagon Association, coming over here to try to get their permit to race on the tour. So we have 4 spots on the tour up for grabs this weekend and next weekend in Bonneville. There's 8 drivers going after those 4 spots. So it's not just a tour stop for Grand Prairie and Bonneville. It's also a lot on the line for about 8 drivers.
All right. And I want you to get this from you, Buck, because this is one of the first things you taught me about chuck wagon racing. Because I remember, the season had kind of started and I'm learning it and following it. And I went to some races. And then you said, hey, keep an eye on the auction tonight. And I was like, what are you talking about? And you were like, it's the Rangeland Derby tarp auction. And I was like, well, why would we cover that? Like, it's not racing. He's like, okay. He goes, come in tomorrow morning and we'll go online together and I'll show you. So I show up, Buck's there at the computer. He's like, here's the bids. I'm like, $250,000. So like getting that on the WPCA and being in all these other events, I mean, that's massive for the checkbooks of these guys.
Well, it's the game breaker for them, right? And for many of them, if you want to succeed in the sport, you have to go to that show down south. You have to qualify for the Calgary Stampede. If you qualify for the Calgary Stampede, you get to pay some of those bills. Because trust me, chuck wagon racing is not cheap. Some of them will have 20 to 30 head of horses. You have the feed, you have the fuel, you have people that you have to hire to take care of those horses, not just during the race season. That's 365 days. And so it costs a lot to do that. So that's why those tarp sales are huge. And Ray Crottle Jr. just hit it out of the park at the Calgary Stampede this year. And, they're always in that range of 250 to 300 and sometimes 400,000 per tarp. And if you look at Alberta financing, Calgary always says this in the media there, that the Calgary Stampede tarp sale kind of tells you that landscape financially, how everything's going in Alberta, especially the oil field. And it really does. And so if you read into that this past year for the tarp sale, things are looking pretty good for Alberta.
Greg Buchanan of the WPCA joining us here for Wagon Wednesday for Century Mile Racetrack and Casino. Bucky, you mentioned the amount of head of horses that these drivers are bringing from event to event. Given that this is the first event of the year up at the Stampede in Grand Prairie, do you find from your experience that drivers are still testing what groups work best with each other, with who's on the head, who's on the heel, who's outside, inside? Do you find them switching that, or are they coming into this with their number one group ready to roll? Yeah,
it's a mix of both there, Jay, because some will experiment, but more than anything, what they have is they have a morning run, and that's morning practice run on the track. So the track is open between 6 a.m. until say 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. And that's when the drivers can go out there and test things out. Now, if you test things out when the bullets are flying for real and you're competing on the WPCA Pro Tour, this is such a competitive field that you really don't want to take a night off for experimenting. If the experimenting works out, great. If it doesn't, that's a costly price that you pay. And so a lot of drivers may take that risk. Many of them don't. And the thing is, what happened to this year, we had snow like 3 weeks ago. So it's so, and the funniest thing I ever saw was out of the Benz Millers, and this horse comes in from Kentucky, from Florida, and he goes, "You got to see this horse, it's amazing." So go out there and see it. And they open up the trailer, let him out, and never seen snow before. And the horse is like, "What the heck is that?" and kind of walks out gingerly and touches his foot down into the snow and touched it and didn't like it and went back in the trailer. So you see a lot of that. But yeah, there's going to be some challenges, I think, because like some guys didn't get the practice in and the practice runs in. And more than anything, horses are like athletes. You're trying to build up air in the lungs right now. So if you're a hockey team, if you're a football team like the Elks and you're going through training camp, you're going to have a lot of sprint drills because you want to get that air into the lungs of those players, right? So you're doing the same thing with the horses.
Greg Buchanan joining us from the World Professional Chuck Wagon Association. It's Wagon Wednesday, presented by Century Mile Racetrack and Casino. Buck, I know you got to get ready for tonight, but I got a couple more for you. Who's up there right now? Like, who are 2 or 3 of the favorites going into this season?
Well, it's hard not to look past Chance Vegan. You know, you guys are talking about him, and he's just one of those kind of drivers that comes along once in a while. And what he has put on the track and the horses he's put on the track. And I know they call him the Rangeland rock star, and I kind of call him the pink blur because of his pink glasses, and he's a bit of a blur on the track. So, but yeah, he's one. And also Jason Glass was right there near the end, right? So last season. So there's always the usual suspects. You have Vegan, you have Glass, Jamie Labakane, a guy that you know very well there, Reid. Yeah. A guy from St. Walbert, Saskatchewan will be challenging. Kurt Bensmiller, another guy from your old neck of the woods in Dewberry, he'll be challenging too. So there's a lot of good guys out there. And the other Bensmiller to look out for is Cruz Bensmiller. Cruz is only 23 years of age, has a pretty good teacher in Buddy Bensmiller as his grandpa, and he is a driver that's young, and he was just getting better and better as the season went on last year. So those are a few of the names out there. There's always another one that's kind of on the outside looking in, and he had the world lead for at least 3 days last year, as Preston Faithful, First Nation guy out of Frog Lake, Alberta, and he's put together some pretty good runs. So look out there. The field of the WPCA, we always used to say, and still do say, that anybody can win a day money on a given night. So that's the case here in 2026.
Okay, so Cruz Bensmiller is Buddy's grandson. Whose son is he?
So that is Lisa Bensmiller's son.
Okay.
So Lisa's the toughest Bensmiller of the bunch.
Yes. Yeah.
So they always say Kurt played hockey, and he played in that Quebec League, which is a little wild. Won an Allen Cup with Bentley. No, Lisa's tougher than him. And you ask Kurt, and he goes, "Yeah, now I want to tangle with my sister-in-law."
And that's where I want to take you before we let you go. And we're going to have such fun with you coming on here on Wednesdays, and hopefully we'll get some drivers all along the way as well. But the family element to this, and that's one thing I learned like 25, 26 years ago, and it's still a lot of the same families excelling and leading the way in this sport.
Yeah, it is. It is. I'm very blessed in my life. I have my broadcast family. I have my hockey family with 2 Allen Cups we won with the Border Kings. And then I have my Chuck Wagon family. And I always remind people, I came to Lloyd in 1989, and they said, "You're going to cover rodeo and Chuck Wagons." And I said, "What the hell is a Chuck Wagon?" So I said, "Yeah, sure. And here's the guy's number. Give him a call, and he'll teach you a little bit about it." And it was Buddy Bensmiller. And if I would have said no to that, I've been doing this. This is year 28 for me of covering Chuck Wagons and being part of it, including being a vice president of the CPCA for a long time. So yeah, it's fun. And for a kid who grew up a block from Wascana Park in Regina, furthest thing from a cowboy completely. The only horse I ever saw was a horse at Safeway you put quarters in, and now I'm part of it. But I got something for you guys, because I know Reid's into limericks, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I got a limerick for you guys.
Nice.
I want to be part of it, right? So the wagons, I got the music and everything.
You
The
bet.
wagons are polished and ready to fly, orange outside under the Grand Prairie skies. The WPCA is back on track. Well, Jay and my friend Reid bring the afternoon chat with the best sports talk money can buy. It's Edmonton Sports Talk for you and I.
Oh, very good, Buck. That's amazing.
Wow.
A little sentimental there, too. I
Very
appreciate
good.
that.
Hey, Bucky, before we let you go, if people are listening and they want to be more involved in this and can they watch this? Can they go to the WPCA.com website and watch these races?
Yes, they can. WPCAWatch.com. You can pay and watch the races for live streaming, or you can also, there's a link to listen to us live as we come to you on Vista radio stations in Southern Alberta.
Okay, I'm seeing that here. So 6 show pass, 29 race nights.
Okay.
You can buy it now for $129. That's $4.44 per night. That's good value if you want to watch all of the WPCA. Well done.
Buck, this is awesome, buddy. Yeah, great to have you on board.
Next week, we'll be coming to you from Bonnie. Well, next week we'll have everything straight away, and we'll be joined by Kurt Bensmiller, the guy that got beat up by his sister Lisa.
Yeah, I'd love to talk to Kurt again. I did have him on Inside Sports, and this is like a big flashback week because you're on today, and Mark Letestu was on yesterday. So it's like it's 2002 all over again.
Actually, I talked to Mark through text messages a few weeks ago. Said, when's the big news conference in Edmonton? And he goes for who? So yeah.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Okay, Greg, have a good broadcast tonight, buddy. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Greg Buchanan from the World Professional Truck Wagon Association. I mean, he knows his stuff. He's a perfect guy to have on about it. He taught me a ton about the sport and like these communities that it goes to. And there used to be a stop in Edmonton a while ago, but like it'll be huge. Like it'll be packed for these. The crowds will be roaring. So and interesting. Like it's almost like Q school for the PGA Tour. These first couple of weekends, some guys are trying to make it for the rest of the season, which is, as he said, that could be pretty big difference in your income for the year. So there's a lot of drama in these races as well.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this here, Reid. I mean, you look at some of the names on here, like DJ King, who was on our show, right? But all these names, I mean, this is tough to win. It's very tough to win.
It's incredibly difficult to win. Yeah.
This will be fun.
Like winning your heat is hard enough. And then having the best time of the night and then doing that over a weekend, it's incredibly difficult. We got a couple great stories for the off-topic topic we're going to get to. Dustin Nielson will join us at the bottom of the hour from the Memorial Cup. We have the oil understood for GCL Diesel after the 4 o'clock break.
The Lock Shop.
I do think a Dobish save needs to be in there.
Jakob Dobish, 28.5 is the number, Matt.
We can move it. We can play with it. We can do what we want to.
What was it last game? 39?
Well, how many saves he had last game? He
36?
36 saves last game on 39 shots. He had 23 in game 2, 26 in game 1. So he's got 23 or more in every single one of the games to the Eastern Conference Final.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems. But did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Edmonton, don't miss Canada Soccer's men's national team as they take on Uzbekistan as part of the send-off series before the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Join us Monday, June 1st at 7 p.m. on Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster.ca.
Worksite ready, Western tough. Lamley's Workwear is calling all tradespeople, oil and gas crews, construction workers, farmers, and hard-working Canadians. Built for the job with quality craftsmanship, job site protection, and cowboy-worthy durability. Trusted brands like Airy at Work and Wrangler Rigs, designed for performance and all-day comfort on the toughest sites. No matter the season, Lamley's has the workwear you need. Shop the full range now at lamleys.com/work.
LAMMLES. Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path.
Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. Hi, it's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
It doesn't start on game day. It starts before kickoff. Before the first snap, before the noise, before everyone else. This is Edmonton football. The only way to experience it is being there when it happens. Every hit, catch, and touchdown. Season seats, flex packs, groups, single games. There's a way in for everyone. Edmonton Elks, our city, our year. Get your seats now at goelks.com/tickets.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Six o'clock from Bell Center. The Habs look to tie the Eastern Conference Final against the Hurricanes with a win in Game 4 tonight. Carolina's Frederik Andersen and Montreal's Jakub Dobeš expected to get the start. And from BC, round-robin play at the Memorial Cup wraps up when the winless Rockets battle the 1-0 Silvertips face off at 7. Meanwhile, Chicoutimi defenseman Jordan Tournier has been suspended for the remainder of the Memorial Cup after stomping on Christian Humphrey's skate during a board battle yesterday. In Jays news, they acquired 30-year-old pitcher Connor Siebold from the Tigers in exchange for 22-year-old Juanmi Vasquez. To make the trade work, Jose Barrios moved to the 60-day injured list, and earlier the team also placed Alejandro Kirk to the 60-day IL, activating Austin Roth. Right now, there's 2 games underway. Actually, one just wrapping up. D-backs defeating the Giants 3-2 while midway through the 8th inning, the Phillies are up 2-0 on the Padres just after 4:30. The Jays' next opponent, the Orioles, are in action, closing out their series against the Rays. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update. Hour 2 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
Montreal Canadiens, Carolina Hurricanes tonight. The winner of that series plays Vegas in the Stanley Cup Final. Of course, Carolina leading it 2-1 after a couple of overtime victories. We had Greg Buchanan on the show, part of Wagon Wednesday for the World Professional Chuck Wagon Association, presented by Century Casino and Racetrack. Sorry, let's do that again. Century Casino, Racetrack, and Casino. Mm-hmm. Feel the thunder at Century Mile Racetrack and Casino. Live horse racing, heart-pounding action, casino excitement, and great dining all in one place. Grab your friends and make your next night out unforgettable at Century Mile Racetrack and Casino. Visit today and bet on the excitement. Yeah, we're going to have that every Wednesday.
Going to be fun.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, RC and Ladner, I just got your email. Do we do this now? Yeah, we'll do this now. So our off-topic topic, we'll do the one. Do you have the one in the NASA chat?
Yeah,
do the Christmas one, and I'll get this one.
Well, this is from Penner's Pancake's wife. I once had a Doberman named Jackson. He was the most disciplined and intelligent dog I ever had. I took him with me everywhere. One weekend, he came with me to a ball tournament in Bellis. While we were sitting around the fire, a little girl came up to Jackson with a hot dog in her hand. She kept waving it in his face while petting him. The drool from his mouth was beginning to drip like a faucet. And before I could get to him, he grabbed the hot dog and made for the trees like, like Martin Lawrence in Life when the smell of the pie resting on the windowsill overpowered his judgment. Jackson knew he was in trouble, but he was going to enjoy that hot dog if it was the last thing he ever did.
This one is from RC and Ladner. My family had a Springer Spaniel in the 1990s named Tucker. By the way, the off-topic topic is a story about your dog getting into something or trying to eat something they shouldn't have.
Wasn't Tucker the name of the dog from Silence of the Lambs? Tucker!
I honestly don't know. I don't remember a dog in that movie.
Where was that from? Tucker? All right, continue.
He was a great bird hunting dog. Poor Pop took a shot from a porcupine one time while flushing out a grouse. Pow! Right in the kisser. Upon arriving home from the subsequent vet visit to remove the quills, my dad and I had just parked our vehicle on the third level of our covered parkade. Once the car door opened, old Tucker spotted a crow perched on the retaining wall of the parkade and bolted. He made a beeline towards the bird at top speed. The bird saw him coming and took flight. Well, so did my doggo. Tucker launched over the retaining wall, seemingly hung in midair for a brief moment, a la Wile E. Coyote, and then dropped straight down. To astonishing luck, he managed to plinko his way down the branches of one of the very few trees lining the base of the parkade. After witnessing this, we frantically rushed down to ground level in absolute horror, but found him alive and relatively unharmed. Granted, he was covered in his own poop. Can you blame him, though? Back we went to the vet. Tucker made a recovery and lived another 10 wonderful years. Best dog I ever had, RC and Ladner.
Oh.
That's an amazing story. Terrifying at times.
Terrifying.
I can't imagine that. But that's a great story, RC and Ladner. Thank you for sharing that.
Wow. That would be terrible.
Yeah.
Seeing your dog launch off a parkade.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just happy he was okay.
Good he was okay.
Where's himself?
Where's Coop?
Coop. He's following Coob.
Oh, Coop.
You know what Coob likes?
Cheese.
Coob and Coop are hanging out.
Both like to eat a lot, too.
Yes.
Sometimes strange things.
Cooper, come here.
780-218-9999 is how you can text us. That is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Now, don't forget, at the venue at River Cree, they got Collective Soul coming to town. They're going to be there on July 28th. The doors at 7, show at 8. Tickets starting at $79.99 plus GST and service charges. And they're going to go on sale on Friday. Friday, May 29th. Go to Ticketmaster. So Collective Soul coming to the venue at River Cree. And we learned yesterday we don't actually know that many Collective Soul songs.
Boom. Boom.
I don't know which one that is. Is that one you just made up?
No, it's the one. It's that one.
Gel? Was that supposed to be Gel?
Boom. Boom.
Send your resumes to host the 3 to 6 p.m. show to Dustin at EdmontonSportsTalk.com.
No,
must be patient.
Watch what you wish for.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Oh, we're having a good time. We're having a good time in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. The wing flavor of the month is delicious. Jay and I have both enjoyed it I've enjoyed it several times. You've enjoyed it a couple times. Roasted jalapeno poblano. Spicy, bold, and bursting with roasted pepper flavor. Get them while they're hot for a limited time. You got until Sunday. Go get it. Go get several of them. Don't just order one wing. Yeah, wings are like 25 cents each. I'll just have one, please. Put a quarter on the counter. No, they're delicious.
No, put a quarter and then throw a nickel on top. That's for you.
There's the tip.
That'd be a good
25% tip. But there's GST probably.
Oh, yeah, forgot
They are delicious. We're in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. All right. So Oilers quick update. They don't have a head coach. This is the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years, and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel. Understood. Did you figure out what that song was yet? Somebody says you should whistle it. I don't know enough Collective Soul songs. The World I Know? Is that what you're doing?
Oh, well, I don't know. I'd have to hear some. Like if I heard it, that's the original riff. Maybe is that the one you were doing yesterday?
Why Part 2?
Maybe.
It's faster and heavier though. It's kind of driving.
Yeah, this is driving. Just do it.
All right, we'll just put it in. Just because now I'm frustrated that I don't know this song. See if I can get it here. I'll probably have to wait for an ad. Yeah. Yeah, I really... Maybe that was it. Okay, got to get the...
Nope. Maybe it's not Collective Soul.
Maybe it isn't.
In the air, I'm tasting your
Yeah, this is Why Part 2. This song I'm thinking of. You know this one.
What about Gel?
Forgive me, dear, for my misdirection.
Okay, everybody's saying heavy. What's heavy?
Oh, heavy? Okay, I'll play heavy. Heavy Collective Soul. Probably going to skip an ad here.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you were doing.
Yeah.
And this is the one that was on NHL something soundtrack. Oh, Coop's all excited.
Okay, ready? Ready? And it goes. Oh, no.
Oh, that's... Oh.
And then this is where I was
doing that part. Oh, that's what you were doing. Okay. All right. You were doing heavy.
I was doing it.
All right, gotta mute it now.
Yes.
There we go. Mystery solved, everybody. Oh, I'm quite relieved that we got.
I'm just happy it's a Collective Soul song
that we got to. That it wasn't like Jay. That's Anne Murray.
Yeah.
Does everybody know who Anne Murray is? Would there be young Canadians who are like, "Who's Anne Murray?"
Me, I'm raising my hand in the ESC Global Studio. I didn't know who. Well, I still don't really know who Anne Murray is. I'm a record collector, and at all Goodwill locations, wherever I go to find my records.
What's Anne Murray's number one hit?
Yeah, there's tons of Anne Murray records, and I still don't know who she
Snowbird,
is.
Songbird, or is that an album, or is that her nickname? I don't know anymore.
Constant Craving?
Skinny leg. You know that. Yeah, now I can't think of an Anne Murray song. I brought up Anne Murray, and now I can't think of an Anne Murray song.
In the Arms of an Angel.
Really?
Isn't that Sarah McLachlan?
McLachlan.
Snowbird, 1969.
Yeah, Snowbird, that's the big one.
From the album This Way Is My Way.
I can't remember how it goes.
Broken-Hearted Me, If I Ever Fall in Love Again, Just Another Woman in Love. I Just Fall in Love Again. It sounds like, lots
a lot of
love.
songs about love. Well, love's a popular topic for songs.
Broken-Hearted Me.
Yeah, Snowbird. There we go. Nugent Opson says, Jay sounded just like it, LOL. Heavy reproduction. Can we play something from yesterday's show?
I think we should.
Here's a little bit of Mark Letestu, former Oilers player, now the head coach of the Colorado Eagles in the American Hockey League. Oh, no, I muted myself. That was a popular topic for songs.
Broken-Hearted.
Yeah, Snowbird. Wait a minute.
There we go.
Everything's playing over top of each other. All right, because I had to. Here it is.
Well, you have to have them prepared. They need all the information possible, whether it's how a team forechecks or where pressure's coming from or the things that we want to do to accomplish success, right? You have to have that plan in place. But as far as a coach, I'm not impressed with effort. To me, it's a prerequisite. Working hard is not something that we should, celebrate. It should just be the expectation where we work hard.
All right. So I thought that was a great clip because he is true at the professional level. This isn't like, okay, your first summer job, you're 11, you're late. You're told not to be late, and then maybe when you're on time, you get complimented for being on time.
Sure.
Your boss is trying to teach you the value of being on time. When you're 31, whatever job you're doing, you're not getting complimented for being on time. You're expected to be on time. And that's what Mark is saying. This is the AHL. You're one step below the NHL. He's like, I shouldn't have to ask my team to work hard. I shouldn't have to ask, if we lose a game, it shouldn't be because we were outworked. It should be because the other team made a good play or got a bounce or just has better players. So, and this ties into, now I'm not saying the Oilers don't work hard, but let's tie this into what we're talking about, that it appears that the Oilers, that Stan Bowman, and whenever I bring up that name, say, well, Reid, you can't worry about what Stan Bowman wants. Well, we can worry about what Stan Bowman wants, because whether you like him or not, he's the boss. Okay, so he's going to hire the coach. And he said we didn't really have a foundation. We didn't really have an identity, basically, besides having a good power play. So I think he's going to want a coach where it's like, here's a foundation that we have for 5-on-5 for when the going gets tough, or when we want to put away a game when we're up a goal in the last 10 minutes of a 6-game road trip and we're exhausted. Like, what's our foundation, right? So, like, I think Lutestu kind of said that's his foundation as a head coach. Like, you go to work, right? You never are outworked. I never want to question your effort, right? You are prepared to go, and you work hard. So when there's the hypothetical new coach of the Oilers, what's the first step he needs to stress? What's the first thing he needs to stress for the team to have a different, and I guess hypothetically better foundation than what they had last year?
One word, or just
whatever you want, however you want to answer it.
However you want to answer it. I would say defensive accountability.
Okay.
I would start there. Start defending your net, and don't worry about the rest. The rest will come after you successfully defend in your zone.
Right.
The offense will happen. It'll come. Once you get the puck out of your zone and across center ice, go to work. I'm not going to touch you guys. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You're good enough at it. But when it's in your zone, bust your ass, get it defended, and get it out.
Right.
That's what I mean when I say defensive accountability.
Well, and I think we see that from some of the teams that have advanced further than the Oilers, or even some of the teams that maybe didn't advance as far as the Oilers. You know, I watch the Canadiens play, and I know I'm worried about them now, but they always put the puck, or most, of course, there are mistakes, but you can tell they're trying to put the puck into a safe place. Okay, there's no pass, we flip it out. Okay, or we're not going to loop back like the Oilers do when we retrieve a rebound in front of our own net. We're going to look to get it out.
Yep.
If we can pass it out, great, and control it. And I've really noticed this. Like, how many times was there an Oiler player under pressure just inside the offensive blue line? Oh, I'm going to try a pass through the slot. I'm going to try a pass along the blue line. Oh, it's intercepted. It's turnover. Like, you can see Montreal players, guys on other teams, we're throwing it to the corner, and then we're going to work. And like Brownie always used to say this to me, that like a coach will never get mad at you for putting the puck in a safe place. Like, sometimes he might have to tell you, hey, you know what? There actually was a play there. Like, you can't always, sometimes you got to make a play.
Sure.
But he said, like, Brownie always used to say, get it into the next zone and then fight for it as far away from your net as possible. I don't think the Oilers had that mindset. I think they thought, well, we got the puck and we're clearing a rebound in front of our own net, but we're on offense now. Like, remember that play against Anaheim in the regular season? Leon tried to knock down that pass instead of just getting his body in the way. He was already thinking about stealing the puck and scoring.
And to me, Reid, in the Oilers' own defensive zone, that still is defense, even when you're taking the puck.
Yes.
Even when you've turned it over in your own zone and you can call that a breakout, but I still think that's defensive play. Defensive accountability is making the right decisions when you get that turnover.
Right.
And not slowing things down and like you say, circling back. Get it out. Then go to work on offense.
Mm-hmm.
Because what they can do offensively, it's hard to criticize that. It's hard to critique that. Because it's really darn, Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl do some pretty special things.
Right.
But getting it out of harm's way first should be the priority.
Right. And harm's way could be in the offensive end sometimes.
Sure.
Like, if you're under pressure being forced back towards the offensive blue line,
live to fight another day.
You lose it and it's going to be a 2-on-1. You need to know, no, I just dump it into the corner. And you have to trust your line mates are on the same page and are going to go work. Now, here's the thing. Will the new Oilers coach do that, especially with some of the skilled guys? Or is he going to say, you know what, you guys are so good. If you think you can make a diagonal pass with 3 guys on your back and the other 2 guys between you and your target, go ahead and make it.
I don't think the new coach has a choice, Reid, because it's clear that what the current status quo is for this team just isn't working. And they don't, I don't know, do they have the right makeup to play that style of game?
Right. Well,
but I mean, look at the names of the coaches that are out there. Right? There's Peter Laviolette, Craig Berube, and Bruce Cassidy. That's it. that we know of.
Well, the bigger names.
But these are seasoned,
more accomplished names.
Accomplished coaches that all have something in common, and that is defensive structure. Defense wins championships kind of mentality. And I would suggest if you were to poll Edmonton Oilers fans that they would agree with that and say, yeah, that's the kind of coach that this team needs.
So that would be your foundation, defensive accountability.
100%.
Right.
You
get the puck out of a dangerous area and you're not fancy about it.
Yeah, worry about offense when that happens because it will, and it's often looks natural.
Right.
The defensive side is the part of the game that this team struggles with. So work on that. The offense, I feel, will take care of itself. And guess what? When you have defensive accountability, well, guess who looks a lot better?
The goalie.
Tristan Jarry and Connor Ingram.
Right. Yeah, it's really interesting with this team because, they've been through a lot of coaches. And every coach says he's going to coach, we got to defend. Well, actually, Knobloch never really said that explicitly. Like he did, right. But he often talked about confidence and players feeling good and empowering them to make plays. I feel like the Oilers were almost overly empowered to make plays. Like I said,
they had too much of a green light.
And Bowman made a point at his year-end availability. Like defending includes not turning the puck over at the offensive blue line. How many times have I brought up those 2-2-on-1s against Anaheim, less than a minute apart? Cost them game 3.
Like the slap pass from Bouchard that got picked off and it's going the other way.
Yeah. Know that, okay, I need to put this puck into a safer place.
Put it in the corner.
Or, sure, is a good place to put it.
The net.
Just on net.
I was going to say
from distance. How many goals in the playoffs have we seen from between the top of the circle and the blue line? Maybe it didn't go in, but the shot came from there.
Well, look at Landeskog's tip. Well, look at the other night.
Yeah.
That just came off of a harmless floater that went up.
Svechnikov's overtime winner. Who tipped that one for Vegas last night? Was it Smith that he barely touched it?
Right.
The puck's originating from up high.
Yep.
And the Oilers did they didn't want to do that. Oh, no, it's not a backdoor tap-in. We can't take a shot.
Zach Hyman had one like that in the Anaheim series where it was a shot along the ice.
The first 3 goals they got in game 5, I think, when they actually... That was one of their better parts of the series. But the thing is, they did score goals that way, but I feel like they didn't try to do it enough. Like they would get a goal that way, and then it'd be like, okay, that's cool, but that's not how we score.
That's too greasy.
Yeah, how dare we? How dare we sully the game of hockey with a rebound goal?
And not that they would think that, but that's just the mindset.
Well,
that needs to be created.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. I got to get to this one in the nasty chat. Our off-topic topic for William Huff. A time your dog did something naughty or got into something or ate something. Scotty Knows says, my dog, a golden doodle, ate a bag of 86-sided dice, or D6s as we call them. Ziploc bag included when he was about a year and a half old. He threw up about 55 to 60 of them. And I think a few came out the other end, but had to have surgery to remove the rest that were caught in the bag. My goodness.
Okay, hang on. How many sides are there on a regular?
6. That's a D6.
Okay, so that's just a regular die.
80 of them.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear about your golden doodle. I'm glad it worked out, but who has 80 of those at home?
Well, some people might have a lot of dice sitting around.
Do you have 80 dice?
Oh, easily.
Are you serious?
Yes. Well, if you count all the dice that are in the games, plus then I have a couple trays of dice.
No, but these are sitting separate in a bag.
Yeah, I don't have... Well, I do have some dice in a bag. But
want to see my dice collection?
Yeah, that's right. Hey, why don't you
Maybe it was a dice collection.
Why don't you come upstairs?
It's to die for.
Oh, jeez, Coop.
80... Oh, man, that's tough.
Yeah, sometimes you got to roll a lot of dice.
80?
Not 80 at a time, no.
I want to find a game that requires 80 dice.
80 dice for one check.
Yes.
We should invent one.
Oh, just hang on. Just rolling 67, 68.
We'll just call the game Excessive Dice. It'll be like, okay, it's like an adventure game. Okay, I'd like to open the door.
We could make a game.
You must roll.
So you get a case that holds these dice.
Yeah.
And then you pull back a panel and they all fall down.
Into a tray.
Yeah. And the person with every pair counts.
Okay.
So if you have pairs of 6s,
you organize the pairs.
You get the pairs together.
Yeah.
And that person with the highest score, like it's complete fluke. But
oh my goodness, that's amazing.
What would we call it?
I don't know. Box Pounder says, I bet the dog rolled. I bet the dog.
Yeah, okay,
I bet the dog rolled. Craps. That's outstanding. All right, I think Dustin Nielson's ready, so we better take a break. We'll get to him right away.
Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Final out in Montreal between the Habs and Hurricanes. Carolina's Frederik Andersen and Montreal's Jakub Dobeš expected to start. Puck drop at 6 o'clock with the Habs down 2-1 in the series. And out in Kelowna, round-robin play at the Memorial Cup wraps up when the winless Rockets battle the 1-0 1-1 Silvertips. Face-off goals at 7. Meanwhile, Chicoutimi defenseman Jordan Tournier has been suspended for the remainder of the tournament after stomping on Christian Humphrey's skate during a board battle last night. In Jay's news, they've acquired 30-year-old pitcher Connor Siebold from the Tigers in exchange for 22-year-old Juanmi Vasquez to make the trade work. Jose Barrios was moved to the 60-day injured list, and earlier the team also placed Alejandro Kirk on the 60-day IL, activating Austin Roth. Right now in the majors, just one game underway. Phillies up 3-0 on the Padres' bottom 9th inning, warming up. It's the Rays and Orioles about to battle, while the Angels take on the Tigers. Dustin Nielson up next here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Nielson Show with Lieutenant Eric.
TSN's Craig Button joining us.
I just been out riding a bike, spending some time. We're going to go for a hike tomorrow and just trying to get outdoors and get out on a kayak.
And you'll be better than Dustin.
I do kayak, Dave, and it doesn't take much to be better than Dustin. I mean, all you got to really do is stay afloat, and you're already better than Dustin. So
The Nielson Show with Lieutenant Eric, weekday mornings 6 to 9, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, use your game sense.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
Edmonton, don't miss Canada Soccer's men's national team as they take on Uzbekistan as part of the send-off series before the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Join us Monday, June 1st at 7 p.m. on Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster.ca.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Hey sports fans, I'm Alistair Johnston with Canada Soccer. The biggest sporting event in the world is coming to Canada this summer, and we hope that you're just as excited as we are. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I can't wait to share it with the whole country.
Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of Canada Soccer.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
All right, appreciate you tuning in this afternoon. Jason Milne and Reid Wilkins with you every weekday, 3 to 6 p.m. on Edmonton Sports Talk. We're going to go to the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. This gentleman may be aroused if he sees my Bison King t-shirt. He's the host of our morning show. He's the owner of the station. He's in Kelowna calling play-by-play of the Memorial Cup on TSN. It's our buddy Dustin Nielson checking in. Hello, Dustin.
That is an excellent shirt. Yeah.
Bison King. The Bison King.
The one that got away.
Did he? Well, he did get away, though. I don't know if we should say that remorsefully, Dustin.
I do. But, wasn't the player I thought he was, but I also don't think the organization helped him much along the way either. I think it was a mess from the beginning for both the player and the team. There's a lot to blame to go around on that one.
He did score 15 goals in 55 games one season, 14 in 65, and then it kind of dropped off after that. He was indeed frustrating at times. When I just found, it is Goodwill Wednesday, that's why I'm wearing the shirt today. When I saw this, I was like, I gotta get this. It's got him sitting around with a bison face. There was a guy, he wore a bison head to a game. I don't know if you remember this, and he was right down by the glass. And then when I was doing post game with Rob one night, I was like, if you were that person, call in. We'll have to take your word for it. And he called in, and we're pretty sure it was legit. And he just talked about wanting to wear the bison head and loving.
I think I remember him actually texting into the show at 1260 back in the day too. Same guy. So he was obviously a guy that consumed a lot of the local sports talk, and it was a great idea. It was a fun little bit for a while.
Yeah. All right. How are things going there, buddy? What are you up to? You're calling a game every night. So, do you have any free time or rest time, or you just go?
It's not too bad, actually. First of all, it's Kelowna. It's beautiful. You cannot ask for a better setup. I'm looking out my room right now, and it's like a yacht club, and then out this window is the rink. So I'm literally between the rink and the lake. So, you can't, I don't know how you could possibly have a better setup. I'm not going to lie, in all of Canadian junior hockey than the one that we have here. So, that's been good. It has been a game a day. Tonight will be the 6th game in a row. If there's a tiebreaker, we'll work tomorrow. If not, we'll have a day off tomorrow, and I got some plans tomorrow. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's a WHL battle tonight, so that should be a lot of fun.
All right. So what are the possibilities for tonight? What gets us a tiebreaker, and then who's in it, and then what gets us a more simpler scenario?
There's basically 3 scenarios. If Kelowna loses, they're done. There's no tiebreaker. Everett would host Chicoutimi in the semifinal. If Kelowna wins by 1, Everett would still go to the semifinal, and Kelowna would play Chicoutimi in a tiebreaker. If Kelowna wins by 2, they would go to the semifinal, and Everett would play Chicoutimi in a tiebreaker. So,
oh wow!
I think these 2 teams, Kelowna and Everett, have played 9 times this year, and Everett's won 8 of them. So it would be an upset if Kelowna managed to pull it off tonight. Their first game, Kelowna looked like a team that hadn't played in 35 days. And the second game, I thought they put up a pretty good fight against Chicoutimi, but ended up losing in overtime. So we'll see. But Everett, I think, would be deemed a heavy favorite tonight.
Okay. Well, and they have not, I don't think they've lost 2 in a row all season long, right? And they lost their previous game?
I don't think so. And I know since January 1st, they're 45-6. So
that's all, eh?
It's insane. Them and Kitchener both are Like they've been near perfect since January 1st, both of those teams. So I would still probably predict that we'll get a final between Everett and Kitchener, even though Chicoutimi played Kitchener better than Everett did. Everett's goalie, I thought, had a bad game in that game. And if he has a better game, I think they could probably give him a better test.
All right. What's it like been seeing Landon DuPont up close?
He's good, man. He hasn't, I mean, he's really good. Don't get me wrong. Like, he's as advertised. First game was really good. Second game, Kitchener was on him. He didn't have a ton of time. I think he was banged up partway through. There was like a little bit of a limp that you could see. Like, Kitchener was just relentless. They were all over him. So I'm hoping for like the tournament's sake that he's, close to 100% tonight. We can see, the best DuPont that we've seen so far. But we asked Steve Hamilton like what the comparison would be, and the first name he said was Cale Makar.
Right.
Like, and you can see it. I mean, in that first game that they played, he was really good, man. He controls the pace of the game, insanely shifty at the blue line, set up a beautiful goal with like a stolen puck and a little toe drag and threw it across to Carter Bears. So, I mean, they're a stacked team. He had a phenomenal season. He doesn't even turn 17 until tomorrow.
Right.
And you can already see him at 16 just dominating the Canadian Hockey League. So we'll see what ends up happening with him over the next couple of years, but he's pretty much as advertised.
All right. Is it is it sold out? Is it the talk of the town there? Like, how have you found
buzz.
the vibe?
Yeah. There's a good buzz. I think it's just over 6,000, like 6,006 or something like that for a sellout, and it's been listed at that pretty much every single game. Now we'll get to see Kelowna here with a chance to keep their season alive. So I'm assuming the place will be absolutely insane tonight. And if they would have actually found a way to win it in overtime against Chicoutimi, and that was interesting. Like, I thought 3-on-3 overtime, and they go 3-on-3 for like 20 until it's over. I thought it was going to be like insanely chance here, chance there, chance here. But Chicoutimi just held on to the puck for like 4 minutes and 40 seconds of the 5 minutes that they played. Like, they just literally, Kelowna couldn't touch it. Then Kelowna got it, made a mistake, and Chicoutimi ended it. So the place would have absolutely erupted that night. But, when you haven't played in five weeks, and now you've got one game to get you to the semifinal of the Memorial Cup, I mean, I would assume we get the best version of the Kelowna Rockets tonight.
Dusty, I wanted to ask you, have you worked with Frank Corrado before?
No, I haven't worked with Frankie.
Because from what I've listened, you guys really mesh and gel well. How do you do that in such a short turnaround? Or is it just, you just got to trust each other and he's a really good color analyst for you?
Yeah, he's excellent. He's done a lot of color for the Montreal Canadian regional broadcast. He's done some other stuff as well. He's really good, man. And the tough part is that he's down between the benches and I'm up top. And the first game we did together was only the second time ever that I've done like the being up top and the color guy down. And it was only the second time he's ever done it as well. So for both of us, we don't have a lot of experience, being separated the way we are. But I mean, it's pretty simple. He knows that, and he's really good at jumping in during the play if I give him a little window, right? Like he's quick to hop on it. And I know that when the play ends, I shut up and Frankie takes over. So we haven't really chatted over each other really much at all so far. So he's a lot of fun to work with. We've gelled pretty well, and hopefully we'll get to do some more games together in the future.
What led to the two of you driving Zambonis on the ice? And follow-up question, is that the first time you've driven a full-size Zamboni? I know you flood your rink in the backyard, but this is a little different, is it not?
It's slightly different. I mean, I do have a lot of flooding experience, obviously.
Clearly.
Multiple years of putting together 8 inches of ice in my backyard. I didn't think they were going to allow us to do it, to be honest with you. Like,
so for those that don't know, like Dustin and Frankie were driving like the real deal Zambonis.
Yeah, we drove the two Zambonis on the ice at the same time and yelled back and forth to each other for our opener. And when our producer texted us, he goes, "Hey guys, the plan is Zambonis, but I'm really working on them because they don't really want to let you guys drive the Zambonis." And I was like, "I'm pretty sure they're not going to let us get on a Zamboni and then record us talking to each other on it. And sure enough, like an hour later, he texts me. He goes, I might let you down one day in your career, but today's not that day. We're on the Zamboni. So we got down there and, we weren't flooding or anything. So it's not like we had to worry about the water and stuff. We were just driving them. And it was pretty basic. Like I climbed up there. It's like one little shift. You either push it in forward, backwards, or leave it in neutral. And the guy came out on the ice with me for one lap and just made sure everything was fine. Then he hopped off. He goes, okay, you're good to go. So I just pushed forward and then pushed the gas a little bit. And it's a gas and a brake and that's it. And then when you take your foot off the gas, it's not like it keeps rolling. It sort of slows down on its own and stops. So you don't have to hammer the brake to stop. So it was really easy. It was a lot of fun. I would have liked to have cranked it up a notch or something, but that was kind of neat. We've been having some fun with those. Today we got a great jersey matchup today. Kelowna is going to wear their reds because that's what they were wearing when they beat Everett for the game. They beat them in the playoffs. And Everett's going to wear their greens. So we've got bright green versus bright red tonight, which should be a lot of fun. So Frankie and I did a bit where we're like in the two rooms setting up the jerseys and we're confused because they're both colored jerseys. And so, yeah, the CHL obviously likes what we're doing to promote the league. So they're giving us quite a bit of access that you definitely wouldn't have at the National Hockey League level. So we've been having fun with it.
All right. Before we let you go, Dustin Nielson joining us on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. He's at the Memorial Cup in Kelowna calling games for TSN. We got to talk some Oilers since we have you on. Jay and I were talking about, and Bowman said it, like they need a foundation to rely on other than having a good power play. It appears that Vegas got back to their foundation without Cassidy there, and now we're winning again. If the new Oilers coach, when the new Oilers head coach comes in, what foundation does he need to establish? Like Jay used the term defensive accountability. Like if you told the coach, like, hey, you got to think in these terms to build a foundation for this team that they can rely on 82 times a year.
Well, I don't hate defensive accountability. I might even drop the defensive part and just say overall accountability. Like, I don't know if you can really look at this team over the last few years and say that one of the things that they would be proud of was how they were held accountable by Chris Knobloch. So, I think that's kind of an easy part of it. I would go back to, I guess, the first playoff run with Knobloch when they were outstanding defensively during that stretch. And then the penalty kill was incredible. That was the closest they ever got to winning the Stanley Cup. And that was because, McDavid, Draisaitl, they're incredible. I get it. But that was a team that could actually defend well. And I think no matter who it is, whether it's Cassidy or Berube or whoever, I don't even think I've really missed much over the last week on the coaching front. Like, it's been pretty stale. So whoever it is, I think you have to come in. And as a team, you must defend better. And it kind of builds off what Jay says is that it's not just the guys who play defense have to defend better. Everybody has to defend better. And if everybody defends better, man, the skill level is going to take care of things at the other end of the ice, right? You just, like this Kitchener Rangers team, it's a different league, I get it. But the Kitchener Rangers, they've got UC Ahokas, who's going to be a coach in the National Hockey League at some point, I'm pretty sure. Their team, insanely talented guys. Like Jack Pridham scored 46 goals. Another guy scored 40. Sam O'Reilly was the league MVP and the playoff MVP. All five of those dudes are back when that puck is entering the zone. Like they are there, all five of them, every single time. There's nobody cruising back late. There's nobody blowing the zone to cheat for offense. And they're a well-oiled machine. They allowed 4 goals through round robin. That's the fewest amount of goals allowed in a round robin of the Memorial Cup in over 20 years. So, but it's not because it's a bunch of great individuals who defend. It's a team that realizes if you're going to win a championship, you need to defend as a team. And the others just haven't been that for the last couple of years.
Well said. Okay, I know you got to get to work. Enjoy the call tonight For your sake, I hope there's no tiebreaker, so you get a bit of a break tomorrow rolling into the semifinal and the final. Thanks so much for doing this.
Well, just quick, say something about 15,000 subs, Dusty. I know you wanted to thank all of our listeners. That was something huge today.
We were there, but then we dropped back down a couple subs. So we're like at 14,998, I think, or something right now.
So it did go back.
We're right there at 15,000 subs. So thank you to everybody who helped us get to 15,000 subs. I'm sure we'll be back up above the number tomorrow or the next day and then stay there. It's awesome. It's great that we've got to 15,000 over the first 3 years. I know, like in general, YouTube, when we first launched, they're like, you'll get your first 8 to 10,000 relatively quickly if you're doing things right. And then it'll be a bit of a grind to get to 15. And then I heard that once you get to 15, actually, it starts to get pushed out a little bit more and bumped up a little bit more. So thank you to everybody who subbed to the YouTube channel. If you haven't subbed right now, sub right now, and that'll put us right up to the 15 again. I also want to throw this out there quickly. CFL Fantasy is now online. And somebody at the office needs to get a league started.
We're doing it at 5:20.
We're doing it live.
We're doing it live at 5:20 today. You probably can't watch. It's in half an hour.
Okay, so what are you doing? What are you doing live?
I'm gonna go onto the CFL.ca and set up a league. I haven't tried to do it. I haven't practiced. Good. This isn't something where like, I've already done it, so I know it'll work. Yeah. I'm gonna do it live. We're doing it live.
Okay, hang on.
Invite me. I'd like to be a part of it.
Okay, you can be in. I know Tom wants to be in. Coop's trying to put his hand up. I'm ignoring him. I'm just going to give you... what do you think of this team name? Rank and File.
Rank and File.
A take on Rank and File.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Rank and File.
Yeah, I was thinking Rank and First. And then I'd be ranked first, right? Rank and first.
Or a little. I came up with another one that's a little bit of a throwback to the old Eskimos days. Fudd Ruckers for Larry Ruck.
Oh, that's not bad.
You spell Ruckers with W. W. Oh, that's pretty good.
The Austin Mac Daddies.
Oh,
that's a good one too.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. I'm excited to see how it goes. So invite me and we can do the online draft and stuff.
Well, and if you can't watch in half an hour, then you got something to do after the game. You can watch our 5:20 segment. That's incredible.
I'll definitely come back later tonight in Kelowna and log in and watch the 5:20 segment for sure.
Yeah, sure you will.
All right, have a good game.
Fingers crossed.
Dustin Nielson on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Love talking to him. It's been a pretty good Memorial Cup. So some combinations tonight. So could be a tiebreaker. Could be teams straight into the semi with no goal differential. Could play a part in that as well. But Dustin laid it out for you there very well. All right, we got to get to a sports update with the Coop.
From Montreal, Bell Center, Habs Hurricanes lock horns for Game 4. The Eastern Conference Final game time at 6 o'clock. And the likely netminders tonight for Carolina, Frederick Anderson, and Montreal will most likely go with Jakub Dobish. In BC, the round robin ends tonight in the Memorial Cup when the Rockets take on the Silvertips, face off at 7 o'clock with our very own Dustin Nielson on the call for that one. In other news, the Jays, they've acquired 30-year-old pitcher Connor Siebold from the Tigers in exchange for 22-year-old Juanmi Vasquez. To make the trade work, Jose Barrios was moved to the 60-day injured list. To soccer, TSN has reported that Moazi Bombito is expected to play for Canada in their World Cup opener on June 12th against Bosnia and Herzegovina. The 26-year-old hasn't played since breaking his leg in early October. And live now in the majors, 4 games in the first inning, bottom first. Orioles up 2-0 on the Rays. Baltimore and Toronto kick off a 4-game set tomorrow in bottom first between the Angels and Tigers. Detroit is up by a single run. This sports update is brought to you by the Edmonton Elks. Doesn't start on game day. It starts before kickoff. Get your single game tickets today and be there for every hit, catch, and touchdown. Lock in your seats now at goelks.com/tickets. tickets. More with Reid Wilkins, J. Milne. On the other side of the break here on Edmonton Sports Talk, I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
EST Hangout.
Got maybe 2 feet from him. The Hamilton guy let him go, then he ran. So now I had to make the split-second decision. Do I run after him or just let him go? Right. And I started running. And I got him at the 1 yard line.
Oh,
yeah, horse collar tackle. Oh, okay, got him to the ground.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Goodwill is
one shopper, finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket, a deal, one donor, letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant,
learning,
trying,
building skills,
building confidence,
building a future.
One purchase, one donation, one job,
one choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one, the power of one, the power of one, the power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Edmonton, don't miss Canada Soccer's men's national team as they take on Uzbekistan as part of the send-off series before the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Join us Monday, June 1st at 7 p.m. on Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster.ca.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, use your game sense.
Hey sports fans, I'm Alistair Johnston with Canada Soccer. The biggest sporting event in the world is coming to Canada this summer, and we hope that you're just as excited as we are. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I can't wait to share it with the whole country.
Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of Canada Soccer.
All right, good to have Dustin Nielson on the show. He's in the Memorial Cup. He's at the Memorial Cup and calling the games in Kelowna for TSN, doing a great job. Good to have him on the program. We visited with Greg Buchanan a little bit earlier for Wagon Wednesdays, focusing on the World Professional Chuck Wagon Association. So we'll do that throughout their season, which is pretty cool. We got Words of the Day coming up. We're going to set up our own CFL Fantasy League live on the air. Let's see how it works.
Yeah.
They've got it up and running. Dustin was a driving force in getting this done, was he not?
Well, yes.
Didn't he talk to the commissioner about it?
He did. I believe he did, and mentioned to him that Matthew Iwanek and Lieutenant Eric have their league, which they've been doing on Excel for years.
Right.
And Dustin has another league that runs, I think, on the same stats and 6-person league.
But you got to track it manually, basically.
They had to track it manually.
Yeah.
Now the CFL has implemented this, and that's the question. Reid, is this going to move the needle?
Yeah,
for younger CFL fans. I mean, hey, Coop put his hands up, right, when we were asking about a CFL fantasy league.
Yes.
How many other people Coop's age that the CFL desperately needs to acquire are going to do the same?
I hope many.
I do too, Reid.
Let's face it. Some form of wagering or having a pool is part of the reason people follow sports.
Absolutely.
I mean, you can't deny that.
Are you watching a Cardinals-Bengals game on Thursday night? Other than that, you have a skin in the game with your fantasy roster? Yeah. Probably not. Well, that might transfer over to the CFL.
Portions of this hour, by the way, presented by the Edmonton Elks. The only way to experience it is being there when it happens. Get your season seats today. Our city, our year. Lock in your season seats at goelks.com/season seats. McDiesel says, is this going to be like a tutorial? No, it will not. I'm not going to say, okay, now everybody do this, but I'm going to tell you what I'm doing as I'm doing it.
Well, we just want to see what it's like.
We want to see what it's like.
You know, if somebody went to their computer and went to CFL Fantasy.
Yeah, I'll prepare you.
Is it hard? Is it easy? Is it, wow.
How long does it take? How do you invite other people? What categories are there? I don't know if we'll get into that, but we'll try to cover off some of that.
Dustin Nielson mentioned that tonight's game is going to be Kelowna in red and Everett in their greens, to which Mike outside of Edmonton texted the River Cree Resort and Casino at 780-218-9999 and said, colorblind nightmare, green versus red.
Very much.
So is that two of the colors that are...
Yeah, I have a buddy, it's red-green. Like other stuff, he's fine, but if it's something's red or something's green, he's not always sure. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like color blindness is not that you just see in black and white. It's certain colors are off, right?
So it's just a skewed color vision. Like I guess it's hard to say.
Yeah,
because I don't know. But
no, I don't think I experience it. But yeah, but my buddy has issues with red and green for sure.
Okay,
like if there was a bunch of like red and green shirts, and you said, go bring a red one, he'd be like, I'm not sure which one is which.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not sure what color they appear to be, but it's hard to differentiate.
Maybe it's muted.
Yeah, something like that. Sure, why not? Coob, you seem to know something?
No, I was going to say, like, I don't know, if you played roulette or something, how would you even do that?
Well, black. Just bet on the numbers. Oh, it's red and black.
Red and black. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think red and green is one of the typical problems for color blindness. It's not red and everything.
It's kind of a brownish, like my buddy had it growing up, and he said, yeah, reds and greens would kind of get onto him. It would just be, like you said, mute and kind of like a brownish. They'd all blend.
Baptized Big Uke in the Nasty Chat says, very much so, this is not a good game for me to watch. I did not know, Baptized Big Uke, that you were in fact colorblind.
Well, I didn't know that. Learned something about the Big Uke. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Tap 25 has their happy hour, $5.25 drinks, all beers, including bottled draft, import and domestic, select premium well highballs, and select premium wine. Served at Tap 25, Center Bar, Onyx, and on the casino floor. This is Sunday to Thursday, 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. We got an hour to go. It's going to be a good one. We'll tell you about a connection between the Edmonton Oilers and a local business, and that actually showed off the lighter side of the players, which is something many of you have been calling for over the years. But first, the 5 o'clock break.
Two guys and a goalie.
Hire it or fire it. The Avalanche should have a coaching change. LOL.
I'm going to say fire it.
Fire it,
But
yes.
it's interesting to say fire it when we were talking yesterday, and it seemed like maybe it would have been discussed if the Avs bowed out in the first round. And maybe the second.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Edmonton, don't miss Canada Soccer's men's national team as they take on Uzbekistan as part of the send-off series before the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Join us Monday, June 1st at 7 p.m. on Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster.ca.
When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, use your game sense.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
It doesn't start on game day. It starts before kickoff, before the first snap, before the noise, before everyone else. This is Edmonton football. The only way to experience it is being there when it happens. Every hit, catch, and touchdown. Season seats, flex packs, groups, single games. There's a way in for everyone. Edmonton Elks, our city, our year. Get your seats now at goelks.com/tickets.
River Cree Resort and Casino and K97 proudly present Prism and Aldanova. May 29th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Some of us are walking, others are biking. Together, we are accelerating the pace of MS research breakthroughs. This May, join Sentinel Storage at an MS walk in your community. Sentinel Storage, proud partner of MS Canada.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
In about an hour, puck drop from Bell Center. The Habs look to tie the Eastern Conference Final against the Hurricanes with a win in Game 4. Carolina's Frederik Andersen and Montreal's Jakub Dobeš are expected to start in between the pipes. From BC, round robin action wraps up in the Memorial Cup. It's the Rockets taking on the Silvertips. Face-off at 7. In other news, the Jays, they've acquired 30-year-old pitcher Connor Siebold from the Tigers in exchange for 22-year-old Juanmi Vasquez to make the trade work. Jose Barrios, who has moved to the 60-day injured list. Live now in the majors, 4 games underway. Rays down 5-0 to the Jays' next opponent in the Orioles, top of the second. And end of the first, a 2-0 lead for the Cubs against the Pirates. It's the Reds and Mets warming up for action momentarily. In soccer, TSN has reported that Moazi Bombito is expected to play for Canada in their World Cup opener June 12th against Bosnia and Herzegovina. The 26-year-old hasn't played since breaking his leg in early October. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. Hour 3 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, hope you're having a great afternoon. We sure are at Edmonton Sports Talk. If you have us on YouTube this afternoon, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So I think Dustin said we're now a couple subscribers under 15,000, but we'll get over there. Give us a thumbs up if you haven't already. We need 25 thumbs to get to 100 for this show. So get in there and give us a click. And we have a special guest here in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Canadian Brewhouse, where afternoons just got a serious upgrade. Happy hour running Monday to Saturday, 2 to 6 p.m. Deals starting at $3.99. Make the smart move and head to the Canadian Brewhouse. Just go in there and say, give me your wing flavor of the month. And you'll be a very happy person. All right.
It's good. It is good.
Yeah. So we got Adam Mohl here, General Manager, Capital GMC Buick of Edmonton. Adam, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm so excited to be here today.
Yeah, thanks a lot for dropping by. How long have you been, well, I mean, EST hasn't been around a long time, but were you with Dusty and some of the guys on 1262, or how long has it been, the relationship been?
No, we've been doing this for about a year now.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah, good.
And no, it's been awesome. It's such a great partnership, and Edmonton's such a hockey city, so to be able to tap into sports out here, it's just been a great partnership.
Yeah. Now, how are you feeling, like, with the Oilers being out, or you're like sad, or you're like, well, you can't go to the final every year? Like, how are you doing?
Yeah, I think like everybody, disappointed, right? But it felt like all year, there were some struggles happening. So just trying to look at the positives. They get a little bit more time to enjoy the lives that they've created and rest up. And I'm really optimistic about next season and what we're going to be able to do.
Okay, so now are you? I mean, obviously you're a sports fan, but there are other things in life.
Yeah,
I mean, we had somebody text in earlier and basically was like, "I'm out. If it's Vegas, Carolina, forget about it. TV's off." Are you like intently watching every game, or sort of watching, or what are you like now?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm a hockey fan, but I'm definitely an Oilers fan. So, I catch some of the highlights and keep up with it. But when the Oilers were out, it was kind of done for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like for Jay and I, we got to follow as much as we can. But I've said it on air. I did not see Montreal. I got invested in. I kind of jumped on the bandwagon. Why not? The Colorado Vegas series, I was a little in and out of. Like sometimes you got to get milk. You know what I mean? Like stores do close at some point. So that's it. Anyway, you've been doing something pretty cool here.
Well, yeah, I just through this partnership with Capital GMC Buick and Derek Dodge, when I got to know Adam, it was clear that you have a comedic side to you that might not. I wouldn't say it didn't come through, but we were having a more of a serious meeting. And then you told me about you had these plans because, if I'm not mistaken, and this is the first thing I'll ask is, how do you become a connection, or how do you connect with the Oilers players who you are, your dealerships supply them with vehicles for the season? How does that happen?
Yeah, so it all really started, I guess actually over the course of the last few years, you will get contacted by agents, right? A player makes his way to Edmonton. They're looking for vehicles. They don't know how long they're going to be here. They don't want to finance, for 7 years, or they just don't know how long they're going to be here. So they're looking for short-term commitment, automotive solutions. So, but so many times I got connected with these agents, and the asks were just kind of unreasonable. So what ended up happening is a good friend of mine who's really well connected in the automotive industry here in Edmonton reached out to me, and he said, "Hey, I have somebody from the NHL. He's coming to the Oilers. He's going to need a vehicle. Would you consider doing something with them?" And I said, "Oh, I would consider it, but I haven't had a great experience." And he said, "Well, it's Corey Perry. He's coming to Edmonton, and I'm not, like I said, I'm an Oilers fan. I'm not a huge hockey fan, but I knew who he was from kind of the things that were going on, in the news or in the comments section, right?" So I said, "Well, let's meet up with him." So he came down to the dealership, him and his wife and his son, and he was just such an amazing guy. Quick chat. You realize really quickly this guy's just a real gentleman. So we ended up coming to an agreement and getting him into a vehicle and doing kind of a sponsorship deal with them. And then it went so well, and we did some really fun stuff with them on social media. And then the next year, we were sad to see him leave. Next year, got a call from another agent who was worked with him and said, "Hey, Trent Frederick's coming. Would you be interested in doing something with him?" And same story. Like I picked him up from the airport when him and his fiance showed up. They had all these bags, and we hung out for an hour. And it was like, yeah, this guy's a great addition to our team, right? And then from there, you just they talk about the great experience they have with Capital GMC Buick, and the rest is kind of history.
And then you came up with the idea to say, okay, that's fine. We'll give you a vehicle, or however that works, but I need something out of this. My dealership, my baby needs something, right? Daddy's got to eat. So Jack Roslovic was a player who also came to Edmonton, who must have heard about the great service and what's going on. And this is a clip from one of the socials. This is a very short clip, but Adam and his team at Capital GMC Buick put this together with Jack Roslovic.
If you had to fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses, what would you choose?
Probably 100 horse-sized ducks.
Easier to manage.
Yeah, you think easier to manage. Probably harder to manage, but hopefully they'd be more kicking size. Stay away from the heart.
Okay.
That's a pretty good answer.
So many questions.
Yeah.
One, this bit that you do you write the script for this, or do you have people that help you come up with it? Because it is funny. You ask some not serious but real questions, and then you ask questions like this. How do you guys come up with that?
Yeah, so couple different things. We have somebody with the Capital Auto Group who is kind of like a creative director for a lot of our marketing, and he's hilarious. This is like right up his alley. So I reached out to him for some inspiration, and then just we've got some hockey fans around the store. So the more hockey questions came from those guys. Some of the funnier ones came from Adam Ennis from the Capital Auto Group.
And who's the guy in the Oilers jersey that just sits there in his sunglasses and laughs at everything? He cracks me up.
That's Mean Gene. Mean Gene is he's a funny guy, and we're not sure what he does at the dealership, but he's there all the time. So.
He's the vibes guy.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah.
So my question is, because I'm asking questions, and a lot of times like the players go out of their way not to show personality. Sometimes even if there's a lighter topic and, hey, we may be asking about this, I don't know if I want to. You got them to do that. Was that hard at all?
No, I don't think so. I think so much of it has to do with trust, right? And I really tried to communicate. If you look back on our social, we did a really funny one too with Corey Perry, and we did kind of a video like him spending a day working at the dealership. And I really just try to communicate to these guys, hey, like, whatever we do here, like, I'm not going to make you look silly. I'm not going to, try to put you down or take cheap shots. Like, we'll make ourselves look silly, but we'll try to be edgy. The thing with Jack Roslovic, like, he loved it and he thought it was awesome. And he's like, that was the best interview I've ever done. And, like, some of these guys really do have, a funny side to them, and they're just real dudes, right? It's, I think sometimes we look at these players from the short little clips that we see, and we paint this picture of who they are. And, these are just regular guys. Like, Trent Frederick's so awesome. Like, you could go out with them and spend an hour at the pub and have a lot of fun and a lot of laughs. So it's, they're just really great guys like that.
So how many players did you do something with this year?
So,
which guys?
So we were working with about 4 or 5 players there. We only managed to get 2 of these kind of interview sessions done. Now, there's other players too that, probably maybe wouldn't have wanted to do something like this. And once again, like you got to make sure people want to be part of it, because part of the fun of it is their willingness to answer the questions and have some fun with it. But we're hoping to do more next season and hopefully keep this going.
Well, good for you for doing that. That was funny with Roslovic, and it's good you got the players to show some personality, and because in the setting I'm in, sometimes it's who are some of these people, like who's going to ask the questions. So good for you for doing that. How long have you been with Capital GMC Buick?
So I've been with Capital for over 10 years now. We first made our way into the Edmonton market in 2014, and we've recently grown. We purchased Derek Dodge there in 2025, and we're working hard to bring that place back to its former glory. So it's been amazing.
So what's the best thing about your job on a day-to-day basis?
Wow. There's a lot of great things. Every day is different. And I know that's kind of like a cliche answer. My favorite part of the job is just dealing with all the staff and customers, like the relationship piece of it, trying to build a positive culture, right? It feels good to be able to, employ that many people, and, you just get to know everyone at a different level. And, automotive industry is a lot like a team sport, right? And you can count the wins and you can celebrate, you can work on your craft and practice it. So I think that's a big reason why I love it so much.
Well, I must say, I do follow the account. If you wanted to follow Capital GMC Buick, it's at Capital GMC Buick. I love the videos you put together. It looks like you and your staff have a fun time together, and that shows through your videos. So well done, Adam. We appreciate you coming in and those videos. Thanks for collaborating with us on those as well.
Yeah, of course.
That was pretty cool. Anytime our listeners get an inside look at maybe something they won't see from the locker room, it's always nice to have.
All right. Adam, thanks for coming in. We'll see you again soon.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks, everybody.
Adam Mohl, GM, Capital GMC Buick, and talking about his relationship with some of the Oilers players and some of the cool videos that they did over the course of the season. We're going to take a time out, and then I'm going to do this live on air. I'm going to set up a CFL Fantasy League. So they've got it going through their website. People, by people, I mean Dustin Nielson, have been pushing for this, and they got their way. So let's see if we can get it going. Words of the day ahead as well. Here's the Coop.
Puck drop goes at 6 from Bell Center. The Habs look to tie the Eastern Conference Final against the Hurricanes with a win in Game 4. Carolina's Frederik Andersen, Montreal's Jakub Dobish expected to start in between the pipes. From BC, round-robin action wraps up in the Memorial Cup. The Rockets taking on the Silvertips at 7 o'clock. In other news, the Jays, they've acquired 30-year-old pitcher Connor Siebold from the Tigers in exchange for 22-year-old Juanmi Vasquez. To make the trade work, Jose Barrios was moved to the 60-day injured list. In soccer, TSN has reported that Moisés Bombito is expected to play for Canada in their World Cup opener June 12th against Bosnia and Herzegovina. The 26-year-old hasn't played since early October due to a broken leg. Right now on the majors, 5 games live, top of the third. Orioles up 5-0 on the Rays. Orioles, Jays in action tomorrow for the first of 4 total games. Bottom second inning, it's the Pirates down 3-0 to the Cubs. This Sports Update is brought to you by the Ranch Golf Club. The Ranch Golf Club delivers premier conditions, top-notch service, and unmatched value every round. It's why they're Alberta's top choice for corporate golf events. Visit theranchgolf.com today to find out more. Some CFL fantasy discussion up next here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
One shopper. Finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket. A deal. One donor. Letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant.
Learning.
Trying.
Building skills.
Building confidence.
Building a future.
One purchase. One donation.
One job. One choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one. The power of one. The power of one.
The power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Edmonton, don't miss Canada Soccer's men's national team as they take on Uzbekistan as part of the send-off series before the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Join us Monday, June 1st at 7 p.m. on Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster.ca.
The Oil Stream.
I think Montreal's bubble has burst. I think Carolina will win. I would pick Vegas in the Cup Final I would pick Carolina over Vegas in the Cup Final. But just, again, the way Vegas is playing and the size that they have. And now those bigger guys are playing really well, too, whereas they seemed a little sleepy sometimes in the regular season. And Marner, baby.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, use your game sense.
It's the weekend. The sun is out, and everyone, yes, even the kids, are bored. Bring them to the Canadian Brewhouse. Our patios have games to keep the whole family going. Rooftop views, real turf to run around on, and misters for when the summer gets serious. Oh, and we've still got the game on. Always. All day, all weekend, all summer. The Canadian Brewhouse. Canada's best patios.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know. All right, awesome to have Adam Mohl in studio, General Manager, Capital GMC Buick. Great partners here at Edmonton Sports Talk. And good stuff talking about the relationship that his dealership has with some Oilers players in recent years. It's also Goodwill Wednesday here at EST. So Jay and I are both wearing shirts we got at Goodwill a few weeks ago now because we went shopping probably almost a couple months ago. But I was thrilled to find this Yessi Pugliarvi Bison King shirt. You have your
Spider. It's a ski gear. It's layering.
Okay. But you can wear it as a t-shirt on a day like this. Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's a nice shirt.
Oh, and Reid, instead of it being $100, it was $5.
Yeah, I think mine was $8. I think this one was $8. So, yeah, the Goodwills around the city. And it's more than just clothing there. There was shelving, electronics. I can't remember everything that was
Lamps.
there. Yeah, like it was.
Golf clubs.
It was actually, we were like, we have to get back to work.
Badminton rackets.
Yeah. Were there any shuttlecocks? I don't know if there were.
I believe there were a few.
The Elks preseason game Friday. All 4 preseason games are on Friday this week. Hamilton, Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa, BC, Winnipeg, Calgary, Edmonton. And then the regular season starts next weekend, which leads us into, let's hope this works, buying or selling for Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, Instagram handle, Damon Bunting Real Estate. Now, before I dive into this, if you have not done so already, smash that like button on YouTube. We need 20 thumbs up to get to 100.
Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb.
All right. Do you get in there and click if you haven't already. So we're going to do this live for buying or selling. See how it works. CFL Fantasy finally exists through the CFL website. Now, I have not read a whole bunch about it. I know it's there. So I'm going to set up a league and the rules or whatever you have to do and invite people to be in it. So that's you and Dustin are in it for sure.
Tom's in.
Tom. And then, I don't even know how big the leagues are. Aren't they only 4 or 6 people or something?
4 to 6. So we could fill 6.
We could do 6.
So we'll see between Coob.
Well, Hernan will probably be in
it. I think Trev wanted to be in 2.
Well, I might have to make 2. I'll make 1 for now.
Yep.
So I'm on CFL.ca, and they have the menu across the top. Then they have the scoreboard, and then they have all the way across the page Fantasy. CFL Fantasy is now live. Draft your team. So I'm clicking on that, and it's taking me to fantasy.cfl.ca. Now it has a picture of 1 player from each team. I believe is it Rankin featured for the Elks? I think so. Yeah. And it's CFL Fantasy. And then I scroll down, and it says create a league or start. So I'm going to create a league. So
Did you make an account yet?
Nope.
We're going to have to do that live.
We're going to have to do it. We're doing it all live. So I'm clicking on create a league. All right. Oh, no, wait a minute. I might have one. Let me see if this works. Because it auto-filled this for me.
But you got to add a password.
Yeah, it had a password. It must be for something else. Okay, so I have to set something up. How do I
just did it. It takes 2 minutes.
Sign up. So I will use my work email. This is really exciting for people. You got any off-topic topics we can read in the meantime?
Nope.
Time your pet. All right, hang on. Setting up a password. Oh, I got to confirm the password. And, got to put this in. There we go. I read the terms and conditions. I sure have. We're doing it live. Oh, now I get a verification code to my email. So yeah, so this won't take a long time.
Lots of security though, right?
Got to cut and paste this, I guess.
Oh, highly secured.
Kind of a weird looking one. Oh my goodness. All right. No, that's in. Well, we said we're doing it live. We're rolling with whatever we have to do. Preparing your login, verifying, taking me to a page. Everything appears to be going smoothly. It wants my country. I'm in Canada. It wants what's our postal code here? Oh, this is my home postal code.
Yeah.
My team. Oh, you choose your favorite team. That would be Edmonton.
Just click the bottom two.
Okay. All right. Now I'm submitting. Now, create or join. Create.
So it asks you what you want your screen name to be.
So this is my this is not my email. This is my username.
This is your
so I'm on my. I'll put in Redrick because that's what all you guys call me.
What about Regis?
No, we'll do Redrick.
Redrick.
All right. So now create a league. League name. Oh, what are we going to call the league? The EST.
Well, what do they call theirs? Theirs is the Dunya.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It's named after somebody that used to play for the Elks, I believe.
The EST
Bison Kings.
Super Football League.
Super awesome football league.
Okay. So the EST Super Awesome Football League. Exceeds maximum 13 characters. The
EST League.
The EST Association.
Yeah.
All right.
13 characters?
Max 20 characters. I went over by 13. All right. League size is going to be 6. Draft schedule. Oh my God. We got to do a live draft?
Well, we can't do that right now. Like, you've created the league.
Right. So I can select when I want the draft to be.
Now you need to add, I would imagine,
No, you have to put in when you want the draft to be. Select draft day and time. You can always update this later.
Okay.
So I'll just put in
it would have to be next week.
I'll just put in June.
Next Tuesday.
I'll just put in June 3rd at 1 p.m.
Do they allow you to draft later? Is the calendar grayed out at all? Like once the season begins? Because some people don't do their drafts until like
it would have to be June
NFL.
3rd would have to be the latest.
Okay. Draft type. Snake is the only option.
That's what it should.
Time to make draft selection, 30, 60, or 90 seconds. 60's plenty.
60's fine.
Playoff teams. My goodness. Okay, 4 since we have a 6-team league. Trade deadline. Week 13, 14, 15, or 16. I want 13. It should be early.
You're the commissioner. That's actually what you are now.
I didn't ask for this.
Well, you somewhat did, commish.
Well, can you upload an image of the league? No. Okay, league type, private. So we're doing private.
Mm-hmm.
Autofill acknowledgement. I guess you have to click that. So they put teams into your league if you don't get enough. All right, so now I'm going to continue. Let's see what else we have. It's saving it. Now create league form page 2. Okay, positions. Quarterback / flex. What does that mean?
Well, quarterback or a flex. So you
national flex position can be filled by any Canadian running back or wide receiver.
Because isn't the play to have is like on your Canadian position to have that filled by a Canadian quarterback like Nathan Rourke? Like that's like the power move.
Oh, maybe.
Right? So essentially whoever has the first overall draft pick is going to take Nathan Rourke.
Right. Well, you can't change the makeup of the roster by the looks of it.
I don't mind that because we don't know any better.
And then,
like, is this
you can't customize the categories.
So how many players are on the roster?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 starters and 5 bench positions. So 13.
Okay.
2 injured reserve slots. So you can start a quarterback, running back, 3 wide receivers, 1 national, a kicker, a defense, or special teams. But then your national flex position can be filled by any Canadian running back or wide receiver.
Okay.
So Rourke couldn't fill your flex. He would be the quarterback.
Right.
He wouldn't count double, I guess.
So
That's
you'd be
how I
looking at
understand
like
that.
a Carter Kettle.
Yes.
Or who's the guy in Winnipeg? Dembski.
Right, I guess.
Right.
Sure. Okay, so then you can't change the scoring categories. So passing yards, for example, 1 point per 25 yards. Passing touchdown is 4. Rushing touchdown is 6. Receiving yards, 1 point per 10. So those are all pretty standard. Kicking longer field goals, you get more points. Defensively, defensive touchdown, sack, fumble recoveries get you points.
I wish there wasn't that you had to take a defense.
You do. You can't change it. You can't customize it.
Okay.
The best
I wonder if you
tell.
can bench a defense. So,
no, you need to dress a defense.
You have to dress a defense.
I mean, whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah.
At least we're not taking defensive players individually.
No.
You're just taking a defense as a whole.
And a special teams. So that all
they're
counts.
together, though.
They're together.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is, what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing is this is very similar to NFL fantasy.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
Okay.
So now I add my team name.
Okay.
Well, let's go to the nasty chat. What should I name my team name in CFL Fantasy? Let's pop a few in there or text 780-218-9999. I like naming teams like after either werewolves or vampires. I think it's funny. Or rabid animals. But you want something. The challenge isn't to get something like punny with a player. Like what did you say? The Rucking Crew?
Fudd Ruckers.
Oh, well, the Rucking Crew would be a good one.
The Rucking Crew would be good. Rank and File.
That'd be a good one.
Bats, raccoons, skunks, foxes, and coyotes are the most rabid animals.
Like I could have something like the Rabbit Rouge?
Yes.
Or putting on the Rouge? This doesn't really make sense.
Well, what about a play on Moulin Rouge?
Oh, the Moulin single. All right, I'm just going to call it
Reid Wilkins.
What was the one I had?
Gizmos and Gadgets.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I know you like Gizmo.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Well, I like Mike Riley quite a bit too. Ricky
What's
Ray
a play
was good.
On Riley?
Ricky's Razors.
Ricky's Razors, but spelled razors with a R-A-Y.
Right.
I like that.
Ricky's Razors will be my team name. So now I will click finish. And that's it. I'm first in my league.
How do you add
do I add people? Invite friends. Okay. So there's the link with a league code. So I click share league, copy link. Is that all I have to do? And now I have to email it myself. It doesn't do it from the app or from the website. Okay, but there is a page here where there'll be rosters and you can do ad drops and trades. It'll have the standings. I can edit the draft time. Now the rule, I'm clicking on rules. Yeah, you cannot edit the rules. You cannot edit the rules. I still don't understand the national flex position, but
So it's a Canadian wide receiver or running back.
But it has QB/flex.
Let me see.
And then further down, it has national. It doesn't have a national flex position. And then here's the minimums and maximums you can have from each position on the roster.
So you can max of 2 quarterbacks.
Like the way this looks like is you could play without a quarterback.
That's right. You could flex into the quarterback slot. So you could put, if Justin Rankin is tearing up the CFL and you already have AJ Ouellette at running back, you could flex Rankin into the quarterback slot. No, you could
flex a Canadian. The national flex position can be filled by any Canadian. See, that should say the national or flex position.
See,
on the roster, there is no national flex position. That's not listed. That's
seeing
confusing.
QB/flex as you don't have to start a QB.
I agree with you, but the flex has to be a Canadian running back or wide receiver. I couldn't put rank in there.
Okay.
It says national flex position can be filled by any Canadian
But that says
RB or
national flex position,
which there isn't one technically. The way they list the roster.
Okay.
So I think your nat position has to be a Canadian running back or wide receiver, and then your flex has to be, if you don't dress a quarterback, could be a Canadian running back or wide receiver. So Rourke would just be he'd fill the quarterback position. He could not be used as a nat.
Right.
He'd be in the QB/flex.
Well, and truthfully, like a guy like Awanek or Lieutenant Eric or Dusty could probably look at this and say, yeah, this is like what we do. Here's how it works. Because they did take what these guys have been doing for years.
Right.
And that'd be interesting to see, because I think Eric's been dabbling with this and see what his take is. How similar it looks to their league.
Okay, so now I'm sending this off to Jay, Dustin.
Jablonski's Jabronis.
Oh, that would have been a good one. Or just Jablonski with a capital with exclamation points. That would have been a good. I could probably change my team.
You probably
name.
can.
Yeah. So I'm sending it off to Jay, Dustin, Matt, Coob, and is Tom going to be our sixth guy? Let's
Hernan.
Start. Well, I'm going to have to start another league. I mean, Coob's here on the show.
Yeah. Coob, you want in?
I would cry.
But you got to play the whole season.
You got to give a damn.
You can't stop standing in your picks like you did in my pick'em league.
Well,
I
was so far out
to it.
This is a little bit different, though.
Not really.
Like.
You need to commit.
You need to be committed.
Yeah, I was committed. I just
you got to pretend it's eating cottage cheese.
Emails. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
CFL
this time around,
fantasy
no emails to read.
Fantasy League invite.
So it's Reid, Jay, Dusty, Tom, Coob,
and Matt.
Are you sure Awanek wants in?
Why wouldn't he? He was all excited.
Why
about
wouldn't he?
I'm sending it.
Have
to
you
him.
met him?
Well, he likes doing stuff.
I think Hernan would fill that role as well.
Well, I could always do another league where somebody else could do a league, right?
Well, I just don't know if Matt or Eric, like Dusty said on the air, that, yeah, I'm in. I don't know if Matt or Eric would deviate from their Dunya and join another CFL league.
Why wouldn't they?
They're very particular about their league.
Well, if
Reid.
Matt doesn't want to do it, I'll invite somebody else. But
Yeah.
I'm giving him first choice because he was pushing for this.
Okay.
He had the commissioner's ear, so to speak. I don't know if I can change my team name, by the way.
Sure you can.
We need 11 thumbs. Get in there and click.
Oh, I got my invite.
So, okay, try to join it now.
So it says CFL Fantasy League invite. Click the link. Okay, I'm already signed in. I did make an account. My username. Ooh.
Remember it?
Rank and file.
Oh, that's going to be your team name too. Okay.
How do I spell it, Reid? Rank, 'IN? Or do I just put Rankin?
No, Rankin, just as a word.
RANKIN file.
I like Ricky's Razors. I'm going to stick with that.
Or should I go with Fuddruckers?
It's your life, baby.
Well, you got some cool logos to pick from when you choose your team as well. Like there's a CFL football. It's a bit
the
cartoony.
I have a crown. I have a crown for both the league and my team.
Oh.
Fuddruckers is kind of fun.
It's funny.
Okay, Fuddruckers it is.
Yeah.
Success. Registration successful.
So now I'm refreshing the league. Well, you're not in it yet.
Says Commissioner Ricky's Racers. Snake draft is happening June 3rd at 1:01 p.m.
Yeah.
It says the current league size is 1 of 6. So I'm not in it yet.
No, you got to do something else.
Let's see, continue. Team name. I just gave you my team name. Oh, gosh.
If anybody from the CFL is watching, it's been fairly smooth. Could have been better.
Fuddruckers. I have to select an image. I'm going to select this
Too bad
ring.
you can't upload an image. Oh, actually, maybe it's better you can't.
Request. Okay, so now I've selected my image.
Okay.
I've added my team name. I've selected it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so request to join.
Oh, okay. So
So
now
you
we're
have now it says You have requested to join the EST Association. Status says awaiting commissioner approval.
Okay, now where does this come up? Do I get an email about it, or do I? Let's see here. EST Association. Maybe I'll get emails. Oh yeah, someone wants to join your league.
Is this an email?
Yeah, in my work account.
Okay.
Approve request.
Is it Fudd-Ruckers?
It is. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, click the link or click the thing.
I did. It just verified it was. I don't know. It doesn't show. I put approve request. Now I got another one.
It looks like I'm in. No,
approve
it says
request.
Waiting for request.
And then it just takes me to the generic homepage. It says invited to join a private league by a friend. Enter the 6-digit code here. That's not my situation. Yeah, there's nothing else that says I have to approve anything.
Well, on the website for me, it says league management 1-6 confirmed.
Oh, now you guys are in.
Confirmed.
Now you guys are in. Now I show up as a 3-team league.
So where do
Ricky's
I go?
Razors, Fudd-Ruckers, and On the Brink, man, is Coops.
Oh, good one.
Oh, my goodness.
So where do I find now? I'm on the CFL the fantasy.cfl.ca.
Yeah,
I'm at home, but shouldn't my?
Scroll down. I think
it says you have no upcoming
refresh
leagues.
it. Refresh it.
I have, bruh.
Well, you're in. According to my
maybe it just takes a couple minutes.
Yeah, it still says awaiting approval on my side of things.
Yeah, you guys are in on according to my website.
Nice. The website has a nice look to it, though.
Yeah, it does actually. Like it's easy to read
this
stuff.
Says invited to join a private league by a friend. Enter the 6-digit.
But I sent you the website that had the link that had that already. And I've approved you being in, so I think you guys will eventually be in.
Well, I wonder, did I get an email saying congrats?
Oh, click here to confirm or something? I don't know.
You sure you've done everything on your end?
I approved the request, and now it shows you guys as being in the league.
Well, Reid, I am not in the league.
You will be. Let's take a break.
How do we know?
I feel like you need to take a deep breath, maybe pet Coop. Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. What's Jay's play of the day?
Yes, it is the Charles Schwab Challenge to go to a playoff on Sunday, plus 341.
All right, playalberta.ca/EST. Here's the Coop.
O'clock, puck drop, Bell Center, Habs and Hurricanes hit the ice. Game 4, the Eastern Conference Final. Canadiens trailing 2-1 in the series with Carolina's Frederik Andersen expected, more than likely, to start. Montreal likely to go with Jakub Dobiš in between the pipes. From BC, the round robin ends tonight in the Memorial Cup when the Rockets take on the Silvertips, face off at 7. In other news, the Jays, they've acquired 30-year-old pitcher Connor Siebold from the Tigers in exchange for 22-year-old Juanmi Vasquez. To make the trade work, Jose Barrios was moved to the 60-day injured list. In soccer, TSN, they've reported that Mozi Bombito is expected to play for Canada in their World Cup opener on June 12th against Bosnia and Herzegovina. The 26-year-old hasn't played since breaking his leg in early October. In the majors right now, 7 games are live. Yankees, Royals just getting underway midway through the first runless contest. Top of the 5th, Orioles up 6-0 on the Rays. Baltimore in action against Toronto for the first of 4 total games tomorrow. In bottom 4th inning, the Tigers with a 2-0 lead on the Angels. This sports update is brought to you by Say the Reid Sport Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you've got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at saythereidsportmed.ca to book an appointment today. Words of the day up next. Here on the Reid Wilkins Show, I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
EST Afternoons.
I'm Nanji from Sportsnet 960. How do you see the Calgary Stampeders faring in the West?
A big step forward is what they're going to want to take. This is essentially, like I mentioned, almost, I would say 60, 70% of the starters will be back. They want to build off of that, and it's mainly to stay healthy. If they can stay as healthy as possible, they're going to be competing for that maybe 1-2 spot.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Edmonton, don't miss Canada Soccer's men's national team as they take on Uzbekistan as part of the send-off series before the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Join us Monday, June 1st at 7 p.m. on Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster.ca.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
River Cree Resort and Casino and K97 proudly present Prism and Aldanova. May 29th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Oh, I was trying to finish the Reacher book during the break. I'm almost done.
Breaking news. I've got an email from CFL Fantasy. You're in! Good news.
So
Your request to join a CFL Fantasy League has been approved.
So I misunderstood. Jay, help me. I had to click on one more thing to finalize the approval. All right, so the league's half full.
Was that pretty simple? I mean, what did that take us?
It actually was. It was pretty straightforward.
15 minutes tops?
Yeah. So you can't customize the categories and the rosters, but probably most people don't want that. Just give me standard.
Yes.
I mean, does anybody really, oh no, I want to change it to a point every 15 yards, not 10. I mean,
no, it's just, it is what it is.
There's some things that fantasy football has evolved to over the years that it's just how things are now.
And I'm sure the CFL Fantasy will evolve as well.
Yeah. I'm almost done, Reacher. Like I'm on the live. I was reading the last chapter.
Reed. You're sick.
I don't know if he made it out. It was pretty good climax. All right. Words of the day is presented by the Edmonton Public Library. Your free EPL library card could do more than you might expect, from books, movies, and video games to digital resources, creative spaces, and learning opportunities. There's something for everyone across Edmonton. Sign up online at epl.ca/signup or visit any of EPL's 21 locations to get started.
The word of the
today
day with Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it? Then you know what I'm saying.
If you have not given us a thumbs up on YouTube, we need 5 to get to 100. Let's do it before we go home. Also, thanks to everybody at Commonwealth Stadium. They're a partner here at EST. Of course, I think there might be some tickets available, CanadaSoccer.com or Ticketmaster, though I think they're selling out pretty fast for the game on Monday, Canada against Uzbekistan, the World Cup tune-up game.
All right, these are words of the day, Abutski edition number 27, Reid.
Okay, we got to go quick.
First word of the day, gizzard.
L-A-M-M.
Gizzard. Gizzard. And this is, well, I think it's a, well, where is it? It's a part of a turkey. It's a part of a fowl.
It is.
I don't know where it is. Is it in the neck?
A muscular, thick-walled part of a bird's stomach.
Stomach, okay.
For grinding food, typically with grit, I'll give you 0.75.
Yeah, I didn't quite get the body area right, but I knew it was in a bird.
Second word of the day, profligate. Profligate.
Profligate. North Sask Gator says, read the last chapter on air. Profligate.
Dun, da, da, da.
Profligate. Does this kind of mean like to disseminate or to spread and grow information or an idea? I don't know if I got that or not.
Do you want it in a sentence?
Sure.
The young star athlete did not realize that being profligate would lead him into debt fairly quickly.
Oh, I totally didn't know the definition.
Is it profligate?
I don't know.
Profligate?
Spending more than you're worth?
Someone or something that is recklessly extravagant, extremely wasteful, or shamelessly immoral.
I didn't know that at all. Okay, well, I knew how to spell it at least.
Okay, so you got 2.75 out of 4.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad. All right, fun show today. We'll tee up the Riverhawks season tomorrow. They're starting on Friday. We'll have more on the Elks and whatever's going on in the NHL and the Memorial Cup we'll talk about as well. Well, we got the 99 thumbs. We'll probably get one in the next couple of minutes. I'm Zachary Kubish and Jason Milne. I'm Reid Wilkins. Go Habs!
Dun, da, da, da.